ask me, can I love? But it's not for free. With my demons in my ocean and they grab on me. Sitting in my darkness, just out of reach. I can see you in my dream, my final fantasy.
All right. I think we live. What is going on, everyone? Commodore Laz here, and today, while we do not have a Kagurabachi chapter to read this week, unfortunately, Takeru Hokazono has gone on an unexpected break week. Health has come into play. First and foremost, Hokazono-san, hopefully you recover. We need you for the greatness that is going down in the Sete War. We need you for what is to come, hopefully, in part 2 of the manga sooner than later. But ladies and gentlemen, today is a different day. Today is a day I've been wanting to happen for a long time. And Hokazono says, you know what? We're going to make it happen today, y'all. Because today, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to rank my favorite characters in Takeru Hokazono's masterpiece, the Tonoi of manga, Kagurabachi. We are here today, man. But the day is finally here. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, and I didn't know what kind of format I wanted to do it in. So today, that's what we have here. You're going to see on screen very soon the setup, the way we're going to be doing all this, man. But first and foremost, though, how is everybody doing, man? Real quick roll call right now. Who here is in chat right now ready for the live for this, man? Because I saw D-Law was in here. What's good? I saw Ben was earlier there. What's good? Topsy, what's going on, fam? Nicholas, what's going on? Hashtag get better Hokazono. That's all I want to see afterwards at some point during the stream, man. Now, first and foremost, if you're watching right now on the live or you're watching on the VOD, of course, shout out to the VOD gang, like the VOD. But if you're watching live, make sure to like the stream. Very important to do that because obviously there's no chapter this week. So unfortunately, YouTube might see this and just be like, yo, we ain't going to promote it. But if y'all help the boy out, it would greatly help me out, man. So like the stream, subscribe to the channel. We talk about Kagurabachi every single Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every time a chapter comes out, we're live. If there's something else going on, there's no chapter, we're still going to be live, man. So make sure you're subbed up and do that. Follow the social media pages as well. Very important if you want to stay up to date with what's going on. Join the Discord server. Link in the description below. Make sure to go do that. And yeah, man, the time is here, man. So, Budik, what's going on? Hope you're well. Can't stay, but for me, it's Samura. Hey, shout out to Samura, but hope everything's good. But yeah, we are going to get into the character list in just a very moment. So obviously, we're going to be doing this in the form of a tier list because I felt like that was the best way to articulate and set up how I want this to go and everything. So if you guys want to have your own input, however, on the rankings and all that, there is a $sign button somewhere right next to the chat to influence whatever's going on afterwards. That's the only thing I will say on some people because, again, my list is my list. But if you want to have influence, you got to pay up, man. So regardless of all that, let's go ahead into the thing. So I'm going to show you guys right now what it looks like over here. So bang, this is what it's going to look like. And I'm hoping that the visual representation looks good enough and stuff because I want to make sure we get everybody that's on here. But also let me know for those who are live right now. Obviously, if you're watching on the VOD and stuff, you won't be able to have an influence on it. But this is how the setup is going to look like right now. So my GOAT, obvious, number one, the top character in the series and stuff that we're going to get to at some point in time during this thing. We have 2 through 10. So obviously you already know number 2 through 10, like of the top 10 and all that. I got to separate them. They're on the same standings, whatever, and all that. The next one, I was going to go with excellent, but I decided to switch it up and decided to go with what is more within our lane, our community and all that. So Tonoi. We're not going to go with excellent. We're not going to go with amazing. We don't do that in this household, man. We are going with Tonoi. So Tonoi is going to be the thing that we're going to go with as well for that. So that's going to replace excellent and amazing. Then we have great. Then we have good. And I had to change a couple things on here because I wanted to add some stuff. So I put potential FC for characters that I believe in part 2 are going to have some kind of role to play that I think could be big time players for what's going to go down later in the series and stuff. So that I'm going to put there. There might be characters that we've seen beforehand that we also think have been doing some good stuff we want to see more of, but we'll go from there. And then obviously, of course, meh and fraud. So you guys let me know if there's anything you want to see change on the ranking part in terms of like the names and how we want to kind of like articulate everything. If there's something we should probably take out. So I think that's probably where I'm going to go with and stuff. So y'all let me know how we're feeling on that. Tonoi, yes, man. Chihiro is my GOAT, but for me, Samura is 1B. Bro, California Penguin, it's trust. We're going to speak on it. We are going to speak on it 100%. But yeah, man, I'm telling you. Also, and by the way, as well, just to help myself out, but obviously for those who are in chat right now, I will be asking for a couple of names in terms of helping me out to remember, because obviously, of course, certain designs You know, they're memorable. We can remember them, and some they won't be. But I also have the character list on the side as well. At least for the main ones that we know of, the minor characters we're gonna have to. We're gonna. There's gonna be a bit of a struggle and stuff. So I'm definitely gonna need help at least on the minor characters for those right now who are tuning on the live and everything, man. But with that being said, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and rank our favorite characters in Kagurabachi. So we gotta start off. Okay. Now I will say this though, because I did have to adjust some of this a little bit to make it closer to the characters. Which, by the way, I will let y'all know right now. This is up to date. This is literally like you're gonna see right now. Look at this, y'all. Look at this, bro. We don't play around here, man. Kagurabachi, we don't play around here, man. I'm telling you, every character up until about chapter 121 that we've been introduced to are literally on here. So these characters, all that you're seeing right now, are all the characters we've run into, had an interaction with, that we have seen in the story that are going to be on here. All right. So this will eventually change at some point in time in part 2. So there might be some characters that you may not see here that you're looking from the future that will eventually be here at some point in time on the next one. Sorry for the spoiler for the Bachi endgame, lads. Hey, what were you saying there? Chihiro and Hakuri is not in the highest tier. I'm going to riot. Hey, bro. Well, we're going to see. It's coming up. It's coming up, though. But what's going on, though, Weary? I did a sorter in my top 10 to 1, where Aryu, Hiyuki, Shiba, Iori, Chiaki, Kunishige, Chihiro, Akimura, Samura, and Pinky. You know, Topsy, hey, you might be the Pink Bear's biggest fan for having him in there and stuff. So, hey, man, shout out to Pinky. Hopefully, we'll get them in due time and stuff, man. But yeah, but we are going to start off right there. So again, like I said, man, I think the listing right here in terms of the columns and stuff, I think are good. But y'all let me know, even in the midst of the stream, if we need to like change something up to make more sense for some of these other characters, right? So I gotta start off with the head honcho, bro. I gotta start off with the man that produced the MC. I gotta start it off with Chiaki's baby daddy, bro. I have to start off with Kunishige Rokuhira, man. Honestly, to me, like, even just off from what we have of him prior to the Sete War stuff, all that and everything, man, goated father. Straight up goated father, man. Absolute maniac, funny dude, but a good father, man. Probably one of the best ones we've had in Weekly Shonen Jump or just in Shonen in general, man. I do think that claim is going to get stronger and stronger the more we learn about him in the Sete War, the more we learn from different character perspectives and all that and everything. So I'm definitely looking to that, man. But let me just make sure I have everything over here that I need to. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Put it over here. Okay, we're good. Let's see. Where is this? All right. Bang. There we go. Put that up here. So I can see you guys after that point. All right, but we got to start off with Kunishige. And to be honest with you, for the time being and now, I'm going to go and put him in Tonoi because obviously he's no longer with us. Unfortunate, but he is Kagurabachi. Without him, we wouldn't be having Kagurabachi that we have right here and now, man. So, Rias, what's going on, fam? Ready for this ranking? Absolutely. As you should. Kunishige's Tonoi for me. That's where I'm at with it. Because my thing is, like, if he was still around and it was one of those things where, let's say, like, oh, like, we experienced, you know, the end and stuff with him, like, through and everything. But I think that the Sete War is going to establish him in that rank. I think if he was alive, he would have a chance for sure to be in the 210 placement, possibly. So, my Sorla kill people Kunishige after the malediction. Hey, man. So, yeah, I'm going to go Tonoi with Kunishige. And like I said, like that, if you're Tonoi to me, you are Kagurabachi, pretty much. And if you're above that, like, then obviously you're in my favorites. You know what I'm saying? So, Kunishige Rokuhira in the Tonoi rank. And you got to start, bro. Like, this is gonna hurt me, bro. This is actually genuinely gonna hurt me, bro. Because listen, man. The boogeyman himself, the man who is going to bring down the evildoers the right way, my boy Chihiro Urokuhira. Mil MC. Mil Dolu, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Bro. It's tough, man. Because I realistically should have him right here. He should be my GOAT. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's tough. Because there is one individual I am so enamored by. The more I think about it, the more I revisit certain chapters. It's very difficult. And unfortunately, I don't have the right color scheme right there for Chihiro, so he is darkened and stuff, but you guys can't see him and everything. But for the time being, because I need to make sure when I see this character, just to make sure, I'm gonna put him in the 2 for 10. I'm gonna put him to 2 for 10. Okay. For the time being, he may ascend during the stream. Character rankings are gonna definitely change at some point in time, and maybe influence. We'll see. But for now, 2 through 10. Like if he top 2, the bare minimum for Chihiro Rokuhiro, man. Honestly, to me, one of the best MCs that we have had, for me at the very least, in terms of this iteration of manga, he has been sensational to experience what he has gone through from the very beginning of the story up until right now. A character that I got to see grow up really in real time, from the harboring emotions that he had to wanting to just go out and execute and destroy and just basically annihilate the Hishaku, to what he's becoming right now, where he's like, he wants to make sure that things are done right, that he could be able to build a world that his father wanted the entire time, and not to mention taking down the evildoer that unfortunately is his blood uncle and stuff. So just seeing that whole thing, what he's gone through, what he's matured, what he has seen, it's just like, bro, like I absolutely love this character, man. Honestly, to me, one of the best MCs in Weekly Shonen Jump, one of the best MCs right now currently in manga, and his ceiling is still non-existent to me because he is above the ceiling. He has the stars, the moon, the rest of space and time. I'm telling y'all right now, when all is said and done, we may be looking at one of the greatest main characters in a story. I'm not going to say manga, in a story. And I believe that Hokazono is very much capable of doing that. That is facts. Now, first, before we go into the rest of the chat right now, real quick. Yo, Flowway, what's good, fam? United won. How the heck did Bruno didn't break the record? Flowway, I don't know, bro. All I know is that, or Flowsy, I should say. Is it Flowsy? Yeah, Flowsy. My fault, Flowsy. But Flowsy, I don't know why they trolled my man today, but he's going to break the record next week on the last game of the season. So no worries, no worries. Let me see as well. Mr. Oro himself, bro. Ellis, what's good, bro? What's good, bro? Let me see. EU, what's going on? Do you think EB lore will be stronger than EB Hirohiko? She's equal or a better sword fighter than him too? I think Yori will top Hirohiko by the end of the story. I think she definitely will. She'll probably be top 5 at the very least when all is said and done. So I definitely think she's going to be above him at some point in time. Maybe that's one of the fights that we get to see later on down the story, possibly. But yeah. Yo, lads, if I see Shiba near anywhere to my goal tier, we're going to have the same talk like you have with Tatsu. Chill on me, bro. Weary, chill, bro. Let me tell y'all right now, man. We'll get to him in just a moment of time. We'll get into a moment. All right. So we got so Chihiro, I'm going to put right now in the 2 through 10 section just because I have to reaffirm myself with my other potential options that we have there. So next up, and if I'm not mistaken, let's make sure we get the names all correct when it comes to this, because I know it's the goldfishes and all that, but we must say the names. We must say the names all properly, bro. It's Kuro, it's Aka, and Nishiki. So Kuro, Aka, Nishiki, all of them are with us together as a character pool. I think, honestly, man, the more I think about it, the more I think about the fact of what they play in the role of the story. And honestly, I don't know if they have N10 technically as a character and stuff, but by proximity, they kind of are that. I have to put them in Sonoi. It only makes sense to me because without those three, without them being influenced into the N10 itself, what story are we reading today, guys? What story are we reading today? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Aka, Kuro, Nishiki, 1000% Tenoi. Absolutely Tenoi. So we're off to a good start right now with what we have, what we're building up towards. But I feel like it's going to start eventually making more sense. By the way, also, if you guys have any hydration, by the way, let me switch back over here because I want to make sure that we do this properly. But guys, if you have anything in forms of water, coffee, of a Monster, a Red Bull, or you have that tea, man. Shout out to Manchester United. Kampai, y'all. Kampai. We have to make sure we get that in there. Before we continue on after that. So let's go. So we got Kuro, Aka, and Nishiki over there in Tenoi. And obviously now I gotta yo, Weary, you're gonna have to hold firm, bro. You're gonna have to hold this one, man. Because for me, my uncle right now, it's gonna work its way. It's gonna work its way, bro. but I am putting him in my 2 through 10 for the time being. For the time being, bro. Man, let's go, bro. Legend, what's good, fan? What's good, bro? Like, dude, Togoshiba has to be in that conversation for me personally. I love Unk, right? Wicked Trick. You know what I'm saying, man? But my boy was out here smoothing, moving, bro. I just love this character, man. The ability, the fact that he's like this, again, the mentor and stuff, the one watching over for Chihiro and everything. It's my boy, bro, at the end of the day, man. What we're learning from him right now in the Sete War is going to make things more understandable of how he processes and sees the world. And obviously, of course, how much importance Chihiro has for him and everything because of everything that he had prior, the friendships, the relationships, all that and everything that he had with the family, with Chiaki, with Kunishige, with Azami and them and everything. So, and just from everything that we've gotten so far from him, there's a lot more to come and all that, but just the personality, I really mess with him heavy. So, yeah, Shiba has to be in the 2 through 10. And again, like I said, a lot of these rankings will be changing as the flow of the stream goes. Because unfortunately, right now, we walking a thin line, boy. That's it, bro. My uncle, boy. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to him, man. Where is my goat, Tamaki? Well, we're coming soon. We're going to be working our way through. But like I said, for those who are coming through right now, Flowsy's saying top 5, yo. Shout out to Shiba, man. But as you guys can see right now, because I did show off the characters and stuff, I tried to make this at the very least, because there's someone already built this beforehand and everything too. So if I see the name after, I'll shout him out. But I try to make it to where it was by proximity of every single arc that we've seen and all the characters when they were introduced to make it easier to go through. So, yeah. Okay. So next character we got the man himself that has no name yet, but if there anybody that knows him, it's Hatshaku. So Hatshaku, I'm gonna put Hatshaku. It feels weird, but I'm gonna put him in potential FC. Mainly because the fact that, yeah, we have seen little things here and there for him, but we still have so much of a mystery around this character that we don't really know too much about. Even though I am a firm believer that he's going to be tied in some shape or form with the Mikaboshi. I generally feel it in my spirit. He's probably going to be tied to them at some point in time. And once we get to learn all those things about him, once we get to see him actually, have more involvement in the story, he's going to be one of them guys. But for now, I think potential FC, to me, makes the most sense for him. So, Legend says 2 to 10 for Hatsaku, man. Hey, bro, listen, I can see maybe endgame possible, but not right now. Not right now. What's the Megami FC tier mean again? Hold on a sec. Wait, which one? The Fra? Yo, chill. So, I'll say this right now. Meh and Fraud are like meh. It's like, you're whatever to me and stuff, whatever. But Fraud is just like, yeah, I don't mess with you, bro. Like you're just not him. You're not her. You're not them. You need new pronouns. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those ones. So that's how I look at Fraud. And meh is just like, So that's how I would classify it possibly. So, but that's crazy. Calling it the Megami tier is actually insane. But at some point in time, we're gonna have to name it after a different character, possibly. We'll have to see. They got potential to be followed hard. That's true. He could Megumi be crazy in the long term. We need to know more about him. That's facts. That's crazy. That's facts. Let me see. What else? Mr. Hatshaku, aka Maskman, aka Count Saint Germain. Honestly, he might generally be, but we've seen a little bit more, I would say, to some slighter degree when it comes to Count Saint Germain. But anyways, Kaminabi Trader will be, I think the Kaminabi Trader will be Fraud. I hope not, because I do want to see some good character writing behind that, over more than the sake of like, oh, I betrayed them and everything. But so anyways, next character we have my dearly beloved, the first dearly beloved. Hopefully we get her back very, very soon. I'm gonna go and put Hinao. I'm gonna say for the time being, I'll put her in good because of the fact that she was taking care of a certain somebody that we're gonna get to in just a moment of time. But Hinao, I like the presence. I like the energy that she has to offer. I do think, though, that Hokazono should do a little bit more with them, I guess, in terms of when it's the down periods and all that. And granted, we haven't really had down periods since Sword Bear Assassination was ongoing. So I think having them in good, for me, makes most sense. They haven't done anything crazy to, like, shoot them up any higher than they need to be because of the lack of time they've had in the story in recent times. But they're nowhere near meh or fraud whatsoever. So I'm gonna put them in good. I think that's probably where the safest bet that I'm gonna put them in. But the next one, though, she belongs in Tanoi. For the time being, I would honestly argue having her in the top 10 because of how much I was moved by the first arc of the story. My baby girl, bro. my Char, bro. Like, dude, listen, man. That's always gonna be my daughter. Chapter 5, if I'm not mistaken. The moment of, I've had some tough days, but today I'm happy after going on a Happy Meal run with Chihiro. Just absolutely special. And honestly, to me, like, I am really hoping we get to see more of her in the story. I would have put her also in potential FC in the hopes that if there is a big time skip, that maybe she's one of those characters that has a crazy glow up. So what y'all think though? Like, I do think she is Tonoi. Like, she is Kagurabachi. But I also think there's a chance she could also be potential FC. So y'all let me know what y'all thinking, man. Marsh, my boy, what's good? Just caught up to Bachi last week. Go Marsh, bro. I'm so happy, bro. Listen, if you gonna pull up for these streams from time to time, man, hey, bro, listen, you in for real cinema, boy. Kagurabachi, one of the best ongoings right now, man. You picked a perfect time. Picked it, absolute perfect time. I know it's a break week this week, though, but hey, this is the perfect time for that, man. Week 3 characters away from peak Go Raw and Fire. Hey, man, that's a lot of that. There's a lot of that here, man. Zay, what's going on, fam? Can't wait for the Hinao Hiyuki Char reunion. Bro, that reunion is going to hit like crack, bro. I'm telling you right now, man. I don't know how many years are going to go with the time skip either, but listen, man. I need it. We all need it, man. Humanity needs it so bad, bro. I'm here for greatness, brother. My boy, man. Shout out to Marsh. Char's already had plenty of great moments. I think Mega FC should be for Char. We know very little about, but Cook. For Megami FC should be for character. Oh, yeah, for characters that we know very little about. But Cook, I see the yeah. That, but the thing is, though, I can also say that with Hashaku that we don't know really much. So I think they fit in the potential FC and stuff, whatever. But yeah, no, Char's had plenty of great moments. I just do think that there's more for Char, is what I'm trying to say, and I don't know if it's like one of those where, you know what, like stocks. I think that's the best way I want to put it. Like invest it. You know what? I'm gonna change one thing because realistically, there might be one thing I'm gonna add here. I'm gonna add one thing here. Let's do this. Add row below. So we'll do this. Okay, we're not gonna do that. Fairs. So let's do this. I'll change the color scheme right now. Well, yeah, I think this would be the ideal. Because if we do it like this, hold on, we do that. Here we go. That's the right color scheme. So if we do stonks, like stocks and stuff, whatever, I think these are the characters that like I may not know enough about, but I'm willing to put in there. Or we could pull a Megami FC. But it feels, you know what I'm saying? Like, just putting a JJK thing and a Kagurabachi thing, it just be weird to me personally. So I don't know. We could do some of that. So potential FC are the ones we think we could hoop, or the one or these. Trust me, there are characters I'm gonna put in that list or whatever that make a lot more sense the more I talk about it after. But yeah, but we'll do stonks. We'll do stonks for the time being. Actually, no, investment FC. Yeah, investment SC. I think I pronounced it properly on the spelling. Yeah, we're good. So investment SC. So those are the characters we're gonna be. If you're gonna, I'm gonna put my stocks into that are gonna go crazy. Where potential FC is like I firmly believe like those are dead sets. I know. The other ones being more like I'm not too sure. But anyways, so Makoto unfortunately is the next one, and Makoto. Ah, man, it hurts me to put him here but it's like he's not. He's meh. I think he's in meh. What do we think, y'all? I think, unfortunately, I don't want to put him in fraud because it's just like just unfortunate how things turn out for him. You know what I'm saying? But I can't even put him in good because it's like that means require more time with him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Big Madoka, bro. I mean, it's tough. It's tough, bro. But I think I'm gonna put him in meh for now because I just generally can't put him in fraud. I just can't do that. Hagiwara was although not very coherent. So Akiri was goaded for the little time they had and stuff. No, I mean, yeah, we're gonna get to them very, very close. That bro is meh. Okay. You know what? Meh might be the one. Do you want to go with meh or you want to go with okay? What do y'all think though? Is okay better? Daruma King will come back. Hey, bro, if I get the Daruma King to return, bro, I mean, I wouldn't be mine. Because listen, bro, that design, I'm sorry, that Scream character that was going to be here for a minute. Like someone that was going to be like, if not a good friend of Chihiro's, but at least like someone of an accomplice. You know what I'm saying? So we'll go with meh. We'll keep meh. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Hype tool by the next character. Hey, which we're about to get into right now because the next one we got here. The king of the underground. The one that took the Cloud Gouger after the fact. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. May himself, Genichi Sojo, bro. Look at this dude, bro. Man, it's tough, bro. Listen, Sojo also has tax on him as well because of the fact that he has his own spin-off chapters or his bonus chapters that he has in the story and everything. So he's a character that, unfortunately, because he's no longer with us right now, because I do think he would have been in my top 10, I think it's without question he has to be in Tanoi. I think he has to be in Tanoi. So I think that's the safest place. I'm going to go ahead and put my guy right there because he should be in the 2 through 10 section. And again, as I say, this will change over time. But yeah, easy go to character. So Tanoi, without question in my mind. He's top 5 for sure. I could feel that, man. Because listen, the big thing I will say about Sojo, and I've talked about this before in the read-through streams when we've discussed through in detail, when it comes to first main villains of a first arc, and just in terms of the impressions, it's one of the strongest impressions I have seen in a story in some time with a character like that. And the lanes that he was going to for what he was going after and everything, it's just like, nah, Sojo was just like, he's just a beast, bro. Like, absolutely messed with him. The 8-second fight of, the fight of seconds, realistically, with him and Chihiro and all that. And I do think that we are going to see him at some point in time during the events of the Sete War. That's going to exemplify and put more into what exactly was going on with him during that time period with all the hands and stuff that he was seeing and everything and all that. So just to shape more of his character during that time period. But from what we got of him in the story, bro, I absolutely love him. I do think, though, if you were to ask Hokazono, like straight up, like if you want to put the hand on the shoulder, you absolutely regret taking this character out of the story. But you kind of had to because of the Dot Tenseki, which, of course, if that was a character on this thing right here, it would easily be my GOAT. But Sojo for sure, Tenoi. Like, he is Kagurabachi to me. So shout out to Big Sojo, man. I want to see what Ibuki is like. I think they'll establish a lot of Sojo's character retroactively, the way that Hirohiko did to Uruha. That actually would be cool, and I'll be definitely down for that. Let's get out of here, Cloud Gouger, man. Yo, shout out to listen, man. Them chapters, bro, the Bathhouse Quest, bro. Some of the greatest things manga has produced, man, in a long time. So shout out to Sojo. He feels like a top 10 character to me, but there might be 10 characters I like better. That's the thing, though, California Penguin, because it's like, bro, I absolutely adore him, and I do think, though, off the impressions of what he did in the first arc, he definitely is warranted to be in the top 10. But, bro, there's a lot of characters I genuinely love, bro. So, yeah. Sojo, I'm gonna keep him in Tanoi. But, like, I can also change it, too, as well. So, it's like, he can be, like, right over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, left to right, obviously, you'll see, like, first through whatever and stuff. So, yeah. Next ones, I'm pretty sure these are guys that were rocking with him and stuff within his entourage and stuff, if I'm not mistaken, guys. So like, if you guys to see right here where my thing is and stuff, so I'm pretty sure like all these guys up until a certain somebody that we all know and everything, these are all his guys. I'm pretty sure, like his like whatever. So like these characters, I think we could probably put them in like meh to fraud, but meh is like they had to have been like somewhat delved into. You know what I'm saying? So we'll put him in fraud. You know what I'm saying? Or like I don't know. Fraud, I feel like, because fraud is like one of those where it's like they had time to show something and they didn't. But these are just minor. You know what I'm saying? These are minor characters. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. We need another Sojo chapter, bro. We definitely need an extra chapter. I definitely do think we're gonna get one again at some point in time. But what y'all feeling though? I think his name was Clone Sorcerer. Yeah, but I'm saying like these characters that were like the minor characters and stuff, because obviously they were there just as like as grunts and whatever. Like, what are we saying for those? Those we can, I think, to go into the actual characters, we can put in meh. Bro, there's gonna be a lot of meh. I ain't gonna lie. There's gonna be a lot of meh. Kuro victims, right? You could have an NPC tier for. Oh yeah, that's actually good. Good call. Good call, Topsy. Good call. Let me add a row below. Let me do that quickly. Put this, and we'll put NPCs. That actually makes way more sense. Yeah, we'll do that. So yeah, the ones over here, we'll put them in there just to go through it, because I want to go through the characters that we actually have been made aware of, and there's so many of them. Like, I can't lie to you, bro. There's so many of them, and like, you want to talk about the ones that matter the most. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, the guys that were rocking with Sojo's entourage and stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, listen, man, they got popped for reasons and stuff. So it's just like, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Now, going into the next character. Because, buddy, I'm telling you right now, man, in the moment of time, dude, I need them to be fleshed out during the Sete War. Because I was impressed by not just from his debut in the manga and how he was showcased, but the way he was moving in the Kamunabi raid. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to put this guy as high up as I need to, man. Soichiro Azami. Like, to me, I think he's already above greats just off the skill set and stuff, bro. He literally comes off to me as a Yonko in the way that he's been depicted. The fact that he has that relationship with Chihiro being like one of his other uncles, but also, of course, the bond that he shares with Kunishige, with Chiaki, and with Shiba. I'm sorry, bro, but like, he cannot be anything below Tanoi, but he's one of those characters that I genuinely feel if you can expand on him next in the Sete War, and obviously what is to come in part 2, he definitely has a claim for top 10. Like, the power scale that this guy has, he is a monster, bro. I'm sorry, but that fight that with him and Yura going crazy and all that, bro, I'm like, absolutely sold me on him, man. I've been waiting a hot minute for him to do some crazy stuff, bro, and just, yeah. But Azami Tanoi. Absolute Tanoi, bro. So, big shout out to him, man. He was boxing with the nuke of nukes, by the way. By the way, he was boxing with the nuke of nukes, bro. You know what I'm saying? He might have been best friends with Oppenheimer, but he was battling real nukes in real time, man. So, yeah. He got his own hype music in the universe. Bro, that's what I'm saying, man. You know how, bro, off that alone, he should be in the top 10. He should be in the top 10. But I think for now, I think him in the Tanoi ranking makes the most sense for me, and the excellence and all that, because again, the fighting is there. The character work, I think, is still, we're going to see more of hopefully in part 2, and hopefully during the Sete War will be nice to get a little bit more stuff. So I'm definitely going to be down for that, and hopefully we do get that there. So Azami and Tanoi, to me, makes the most sense. Now, if I'm not mistaken, because obviously we're getting into the characters that are about to be coming up very soon, I'm pretty sure these are minor characters I'm seeing right now before we get to the certain anti-Cloud Gouger squad and stuff. But I'm pretty sure Daruma's sister, right? Is that the one that's right there that we see? Is that the one? The one that I'm hovering my mouse over and stuff. That's the one that's is it Daruma's sister? No. Really? Hold on. Madoka. Is that actually her design? I don't even know if that's actually supposed to be Norisaku. Is that actually his sister? Like the look and stuff? I don't actually remember. I ain't gonna lie to you. It actually is? Okay, bet. Then we could put her in NPC. I'm not gonna lie to you, we'll put her in NPC. It's just unfortunate. The Julius Randle character. Alright, bro. And I'm pretty sure this is like one of the other minor character guys and stuff that we had to like take care of business and stuff with before or whatever with the thing. So we're gonna put them in there. Alright. Okay. So NPC's out the way. Now it is time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is so time to cook. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have the anti-Cloud Gouger Special Forces, man. And we are starting off with Big Dog himself, man. The one of the few that are still around in this moment of time. Bro. In this moment of time. I'm also going to fix one of these real quickly because I realized that they kind of messed up the thing over here, but it's okay. We're good. But Ikuto, bro. Let me say something right now about my worthless commander, all right? Obviously, I had a lot of anticipation for what he was going to do in the story. After certain events happened with Sojo, I'm like, you know what? It was never meant to be, right? It was never meant to be, man. But they came back in the Kaminami raid. I've gotten a lot of Tokyo Ghoul vibes, especially when it comes with like him and Hajime, and obviously, of course, Hajime no longer with us, but in different form and stuff. I do think though that as a character, from what at least Hokazono's trying to do with them, it seems like he's someone that we are going to get quite a bit of at some point during part 2. So I think it only makes the most sense for me that he is someone I'm going to put in investment FC or potential FC. If I put him in investment FC, it's because I'm not sure, like with certainty, that he's going to be that. But potential FC is like, no, I can see him make his way into being like up there. Like he's going to make the jump and stuff. So I think putting him in potential FC is probably where I'm going to go with it. The fact that we even got a chapter for him as well, I think also makes sense after the fact, like in Kaminami Raid. Highlighting the stuff with him and Hajime, what he was going through, the mental aspect and stuff, tells me that Hokazono has got some big plans for him at the very least, for the depth of what his character is going to be in part 2 of the story. So yeah, I'm gonna go and put Ikuto over there in potential FC. And then Hajime, because he's gone, I think unfortunately, what do we say? I mean, by proximity, he would be connected in potential FC because that's where he put them and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna put him in NPC for the time being because obviously, of course, the actual character, RIP. Same thing. I can go with the rest of them afterwards. So like, let me see real quick. So we got Makoto. I think it is, yeah, Makoto. Unfortunately, it just. I mean, I could also realistically put in fraud. Like, what are we saying right now, though? Like, what would y'all put the other ones in like in fraud? Because by technicality, they kind of did get absolutely eviscerated in the fight with Soljo and stuff and everything. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Only 2 of them realistically came back. Ikuto will activate True Realm and bring back Kugara Trust. Then potential FC looks absolutely perfect for where he's gonna be. Absolutely perfect where he's gonna be. The Skizio Yaoi is just too strong. Hey man, shout out to them, bro. Shout out to them. Bro P3 Hishaku while not being able to even walk goated. Nah, facts, bro. But potential FC though, still to me, like he gonna be crazy, man. I mean, honestly, I could do a little bit more though. I can put him up there for maybe good. I could probably, you know what? No, because if I have Hinao up there, I think he's good enough to be good. But that the thing is though, it's like if I put him here in potentials because I'm banking on the fact that he's gonna be higher. Whereas right now, this is like that's where he's gonna be for the time being. Like he's just good. But I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna put potential. I'm gonna put potential. I'll put potential. He deserves his own tier, like elite squad. See, that's the thing, bro, man. We're making, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Should we make a tier for the elite squad and stuff just in general? Because I mean, damn, bro. But I mean, realistically though, they got hit with NPC though because of the way things end up going down. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Shouldn't be. Or actually no. You can go even there. I don't know. We got plenty of tiers. I think though. Yeah, for sure. They almost won against an enchanted blade. Definitely not fraud. Okay, so then what do you think, yo? Meh. I think Meh would probably be the safest option for them. Yeah, I think Meh to me makes the most. It hurts my heart even doing this, bro. Because listen, bro, nothing hurts more in my heart knowing that Shiumi is no longer with us, bro. Because I legitimately thought she was gonna be the one. I thought she was gonna be, bro. Dead thought she was gonna be the one, bro. So unfortunate, she didn't get through. Kyohiko, unfortunately, didn't go through. So it's just majorly unfortunate that those things turn out the way that they did at the time. I also say, come on, he did more than he now. He did, but it's just like at the same time, it's like if I put him in potential, it's because he's gonna get higher than good. You know what I'm saying? If I leave him in good, it's just like, you know what I mean? Because I think that one chapter does a little bit more than what he now did and stuff, which is why I want to invest him in the potential of C. So, and I'm certain he's going to bang. That's why I'm gonna put him there. I mean, Bachi has a lot of elite squads. Apparently, yeah. Shout out to Bachi, man. I think Meh is good for the squad members outside of Ikuto. I think so. But I will say, though, the next one himself, bro, and I'm going to be honest with y'all right now. Kazane, to me, I'm going to put him in investment FC, meaning that I hope, like, there's a difference, right? Potential FC, I know. Investment FC, I hope, is how I'm going to boo with Kazane. Because his whole scenario and everything that he went through was a bit unfortunate. For all we know, in part 2, he can easily retire. But I think everything that went down with Soljo and them, if he was to make a comeback afterwards, it would be beautiful to me, man. And there's something about him. I'm just like, yo, I'm hoping for him. So Kazane, I got you in investment FC, man. I'm gonna put my $5 down, and you're gonna be there, man. You're gonna be there. Next up, I think it's like the Tiger brothers and stuff, the two twins, or whatever it is. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm putting them in fraud only because I had hopes that they were going to be like a little bit more crazier than what we actually got, but it didn't work out. So unfortunately, yeah, I'm going to put them in there. Next ones after that are straight NPCs. Actually, well, I'm going to put, I'm going to put Hajime up here in meh. I'll put them in meh. The other ones though, it just yeah, this guy unfortunately, the big giant bro. No, you're unfortunately going into fraud because it just didn't work out, man. It clearly did not work out. I actually thought he was gonna be a little bit crazier than he was, but yeah. But the other members and stuff, the minors and stuff, characters, I'm gonna put them in there. Char's mom. She was a good mom though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kazane's like a Leopold of Black Clover. The stocks are not paying off. Hey man, chill on that, bro. Chill on that, bro. Kazane, bro, let me tell y'all right now, man. When my boy goes out there and starts cooking, bro, believe me, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Nishiki and Kuro victims, bro. Hey, man. That's our life, bro. That's our life. But I'm gonna go and put Char's mom because it's weird to me, like because she's one of those, like, she's technically an NPC, so I can also probably put her in here. But she's also, I think, just from how she tried to raise her kid was good enough. But I think, yeah, I'll put her at the top of NPCs just because and stuff, right? So I think that probably makes most sense. And then the other guys here, like, again, more minor characters and stuff. So unfortunately, some of them probably not going to be anything over there. But now, I will say, because now we're going into some of the other characters that's of that we kind of have something, we kind of know a little bit about them and everything. Let me actually grab and make sure I get the name right for this guy, because I know they are with the Commodore leaders. Yeah. So Kassen. Kassen's the next one. All right. I'm gonna say this right now with Kassen. It's a bit unfortunate that things turn out what they did and stuff, whatever. I could generally put him in fraud because of him being what he ended up being and stuff. But at the same time, like, he could also be in meh as well. Like, he's just, like, for the time being, like, he's meh. You know what I'm saying? Because I do think that we're gonna get probably a little bit more from him and stuff before whatever happens in the story. But Kassen, I would definitely think that he's like whatever. Cash, yeah. Char Mama is one of my favorites. Not gonna lie, Hokazono makes me love a lot of characters with a little screen time. Then you know what? We'll do this. We'll put her in good. Because I is a good mama. Good mama, man. Shout out to Char Mama. One tap by Azami, by the way. Hey, you know what? Nah, you're right. He might be fraud. Hassan, I'm sorry. You're going in fraud, bro. Like, you got one tap there and stuff, bro. Azami's Azami, though, at the end of the day. But yeah, you know what? He's gonna be at the peak of the frauds. So I'll put him there. But the next one's coming up. Buddy. I'm telling y'all right now. These are other characters that I also believe have a very big claim to being part of a potential FC. Even though I do think that there's a chance not live to the end and whatever, but I'm going to put my stocks in them right now, and that is Izaru, bro. Okay, Izaru. I do think there might be a little bit something right there in terms of what we see him in a fight. We might only get one fight, but I think he will show out. I don't know if it's against a certain somebody that we were in the story and everything, but I'm gonna have potential. I think it could be also investment as well. I could also be the hope. I'll put him in investment FC. More of a hope that we're gonna get some more stuff out of him in the story, because I don't know, just something about him. I'm just like, it just makes sense, right? Izaru, monkey, like, it just makes sense, right? You know what I mean? So I have a lot of Izaru stock. So yeah, I think putting him in investment FC is that I hope that it works. Potential FC, I know it will work. So I hope makes a lot more sense with Izaru. The next ones, I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me just make sure. Because I know a couple of them, they probably don't have the actual names and stuff, whatever. But this guy that's right here on my thing over here, because he's right next to one of the other leaders that we actually don't know about, per se. Let me actually see, make sure. Kaminabi, let me do this. Because I know they're like a bit more like ingraded and stuff right here. So where are you? Yeah, so yeah, there's the leader. So you know what I'll do with this one? Yeah, so since these guys are more so like the I don't know, this design, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna put these guys over here for the time being, because I'm pretty sure these are the guys that we're gonna see more of at some point in time. So the other Kaminabi leaders. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them there for the time being and stuff. So that's gonna be fine. I call him Earlobe Kaminabi. That's crazy. Earlobe Kaminabi is kind of crazy. The one that has this like Edo type vibe to him and stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like something about him. I don't know, bro. I'm kind of moved technically with him. I'm kind of moved with him. Let me actually just fix one little thing. One little thing real quick. Hold on. Let's see if I could do something here. Oh, that's not what I want to background color. Right? Early. Okay. Leave that there. All right. Let me see. Ichiki, Kudo, Yatsu, Kasa, Nizaru, Uzami are the only named ones I can recall. Yeah, they're the only ones that were named because those are the ones that we from there. I will say though, with Ichiki, one of them ones, like I think he could be in good. Like he's funny to me, bro. He's like an old man Hitsugaya. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me of like old man Hitsugaya or something like that. Like if Hitsugaya was in his old age and he got shorter somehow by some way, this is literally what Hitsugaya would be post time skip and stuff of his life after the fact. So that's where I can see him in there. I could also have him potential FC, someone that I think will have more writing behind them afterwards, as one of the guys I think will maybe eventually shape up the Kaminami to what it needs to be down the line. But I think for the time being, good is right there because then that involves stocks and stuff to put in them. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would make sense. Ichiki is literally Master Shifu. No, you know what? Honestly, and great. I'm sorry, but that one moment, he's the first character I'm putting in great. I don't give a damn. 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 Listen, bro. When I saw Azami giving him the piggyback ride and stuff, like put him on his shoulders and everything, bro. I'm sorry, man. Super goated. Super goated, bro. Mega super goated, bro. All right. So no, with that design and stuff though, nah, he definitely he up there. He up there, man. He taught Azami and Shiba Gold Pro. No facts. So no, I'm putting him in greats. And not to mention, like you just said right there, he taught Azami and Shiba, bro. It's just like, come on, man. He has to be. Now, the other ones though, I'm telling you right now, Yatsuru, I know is going to cook. The bad Galdem, bro, I promise you right now, she's going to cook. Whatever you think, bro, she's going to cook. I can't wait. Now, Kudo, RIP to a good man. We're going to put him here in good. He did a lot for Hakuri, at least in terms of helping him out during the early stages of Kaminami Raid. Unfortunately, things didn't turn out the way they did afterwards. But I think for Hakuri's character later on down the line, there is going to be that impact and stuff afterwards that's going to mean something. He did his serviceable job. I can't put him in anything lower afterwards. He's better than NPC. He's not a fraud. He's far from meh. So I think in the good, he's safe in there. So that's for where I'm gonna put big kudo there. So shout out to him, man. RIP, bro. I really wish he didn't go out the way he did, man. But hey, that's our life, bro. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you remember I told you that as we were making this list, it was very difficult to look at Chihiro Rokuhira and guarantee him number one. Because a certain character was always going to be in play for my number one because he is involved in one of my favorite chapters, if not my favorite chapter to this day in Kagurabachi, chapter 85, Open. I am moved by this man in every facet possible. It is a very me core character in beliefs, in the ideologies. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do it. I know he's no longer with us right now for the time being. Maybe he comes back and rises like a phoenix, whatever, in part 2. But ladies and gentlemen, he's the closest I'm going to see right now. He's the closest I'm going to see right now in the GOAT tier. I'm not going to put him there yet because we're going to see. But Seiichi Samura, ladies and gentlemen, my boy. Listen, bro, one of the best characters, arguably top 2, maybe not 2. Like, Samura is cemented in my heart forever and ever, bro. When I think about one of the most iconic characters, like outside of family, outside all that and stuff, whatever, bro, Samura's impact in the story of Kagurabachi is up there for me. The relationship there with Iori, everything that he feels about the past and not wanting to like it to dictate everything for the future. Didn't think he deserved a future. Didn't think he belonged in the present. These are things as like human beings and stuff we all feel and everything. There's days I resonate with that stuff so much, man. So Samura, like if you've seen that stream for Volume 9, you know my emotions and how I feel about this character and just what he means to me personally. And he should be my number one. Like, realistically speaking, outside of the obvious with MC Tax and all that, he should be my number one. But for the time being or so, once we get through more of these characters, the GOAT status we're gonna confirm. But he is a heavy in the running right now for that. So shout out to Sechi Samura. Shout out to my GOATs. I don't know what's gonna happen down the line, if you're gonna rise like a phoenix from the ashes and come back to us. If you're going to be there in spirit for Iori when she goes and make sure that the Tobimune rises to the top of the world in the quest of taking out evildoers, and or not to mention being there in spirit form with the Tobimune when Iori and Chihiro, they tie it up, man. So, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Seichi, man. Shout out to Seichi, bro. My goal, Samura, bro. Rest in peace, bro. I'm seeing this. I love seeing, man. Y'all, bro. The massive goal, man. Massive goal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we went on a sad note, even though it's supposed to be on a happy note. But we now got to do things the right way. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you know who's next. You see it right here with my mouse is out, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, please get your W's out right now, because I throw this up not because for gang ties or nothing, man. If you see this right now and you think it's gang ties and stuff, bro, please do better with your life, man. That's not what we do here. We throw these W's for what they are purposely for. W's. And the only person that throws these W's up because they get W's is my boy Gang Signs Yoji Uruha, man. My dog, without question. I don't even have to even look at this list, bro. He, without question, is in my top 10. Yoji Uruha. Listen, bro. From the mystique of the character, we didn't know what we were getting into, aside from the garb and all that. I'm like, this guy's going to be raw. To the fear of my heart of what went down in them chapters early on, the Sword Bear assassination, bro, I was like, they took it away from me. But that brother came back. He came back. Was involved in one of the best 2v2 fights I have seen in a hot minute in manga. And knowing that my boy is still around in the cut in the year 2026 and beyond. Like, bro, that's my dog, bro. That's big dog, man. He may no longer have an enchanted blade by his side, although that Hirohiko pack is going to be in the air very damn soon. We're going to get that back in blood no matter what. But I absolutely love Uruha, man. That's been literally one of my guys, literally since his introduction to the story for me. And just everything that he is, bro. Yeah. Uruha, y'all already know, man. He had to be in that top 10. So, shout out to my boy, bro. Shout out to my boy, man. Y'all already know what it is, bro. W Uruha, man. You know what I'm saying? Goat was tired, bro. But, hey, man, we out here, bro. Don't bring Samura back, Big Zono, please. Hey, listen, I'll say this right now. Writing-wise, top 1. The only way I can accept Samura coming back into the story is literally in spirit form, where he's watching on Iori absolutely baptize. Like, absolutely baptize somebody, bro. I don't know if it's going to be a certain somebody, but he's going to baptize, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be there for the baptism, man. So, shout out to my boy, Seichi Samura. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these are very easy ones I can do right now, because obviously we are putting this man in the goddamn potential FC. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, the man who cooks possibly the greatest form of sushi, not just in Japan, not just in Asia, but across the galaxy, Subaru Yurita. The man recognized as one of the top 3 swordsmiths in the entire world, bro. Pure rubbish, he says, man. And I pulled that out of my ass, dude. Listen, bro. Listen, man. Subaru, easily for me in potential FC. I have high hopes for him when it comes to part 2 of the manga and where things are going to be. I do think that he's going to be someone big time for Chihiro, whether it's going to be in terms of helping him with his play as a swordsmith and stuff and building up his game, to being someone that knew his father and is going to entail him with as much wisdom and bullshit during that time, man. So I'm very much ready to see Subaru and what he's going to do. Obviously, in the Sete War, we're going to probably for sure see more of him and everything. But without question in my mind, he's someone that I have highest of hopes he is going to bang. So potential FC is where I'm going to be putting him right now. Because off the strength, I could put him in good. But we're investing. We are investing, man. Now, Listen, buddy, I'll go as far as here. Listen, I'm gonna rearrange this a little bit more right now. I'm gonna rearrange. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. We'll do that. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know her name. I don't even know if Hokazono knows her name. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when Pinky comes through in part 2, get ready to go to the bank. Get ready. No. You know what today is, man. You know that DJ Sway, bro, where he talking about put your hand in the cash register and take that money because it's your money. That is Pinky, bro. Pinky is going to literally break the bank when the time comes, man. I am beyond certain. I don't know if she's Soga. I don't know what she is, bro. At the end of the day, I know her as Pinky, and she is going to ball out, bro. I promise right now. If there's one character with certainty of the ones that we have not seen much on, but I am certain are going to bang, it will be Pinky. So, y'all already know, man. It would be so rich, bro. Bro, I'm telling you right now, bro. The bank is gonna have to deliver it by boat. All that money back to your crib, bro. But how much money you gonna be swimming in, bro? Oh my god. Good guala, man. Very good guala. Now here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now we are in Rakuzaichi territory. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been said for a long time when it comes to some of these characters. We have 1As, 1Bs, 1Cs, and all that. And there's somebody who's been my 1C, and he's going straight into the top 10. Like, straight into the top 10, man. My dog, the best son of the Sazanamis, bro. This brother has absolutely warmed my heart beyond words that can explain, man. From everything that we have learned about him with his family, everything that we have learned about him as a person, the bonds that he is connected right now with Chihiro, soon to be eventually with the Iori, to form the greatest trilogy, the greatest Triforce manga has seen. The Iso god himself, bro. Hakuri Sazanami, man. My boy in the top 10. Very given. Very given my boy was going to be in here, man. I absolutely love this character so much, bro. The emotional attachment that I have to him. Again, as somebody who has like an older brother and stuff, and I see the damage, unfortunately, certain individuals have done to him and everything, bro. But just that just the familiar, just good lad. Just the goodest of the lads, bro. You know what I'm saying? He is someone, I'm like, you know what's crazy too? I could even throw him in potential FC if I wanted to. Off the strength, like, because he's in the top 10 regardless. But I say also his potential is very scary going into the next phase of the story, man. Because I don't see him with an Enchanted Blade. I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't see him with an Enchanted Blade at any point in time. He's going to be his own thing. The storehouse greatness and stuff afterwards, taken from Kiora and everything. But I do think, though, he's going to shape up and be one of the most phenomenal characters the story has seen. The templates of what he's done so far and the room of growth that it comes with him afterwards, man. Listen, bro. I ain't got to say much more, bro. Hakuri, you already know what it is, bro. Top 10. He's going to be on a special run in part 2, bro. Like, the groundwork has been done so far, man. Listen, he's coming. He's coming, man. If you don't believe in Hakuri Sazanami right now, man, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing, bro. So, Hakuri, top 10 with certainty in my heart. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I know if you waited a little bit to see her involvement here and now, especially. But ladies and gentlemen, the Flame Bone Queen herself. The Flame Bone Queen herself, bro. It has been a time and time for her to be involved in the story since, I think, chapter 46? I think that was a real stat the other day I saw. Chapter 46 was the last time she had an involvement in the story. Ladies and gentlemen, Hiyuki, you're going straight in the top 10. No question in my mind. No question in my mind. I am still very much moved. You might fall into Tanoi for all I know, but I am still beyond moved with this woman, bro. This is good eats right here, man. Very, very good eats. I can even throw in a potential of C just off the fact too. Again, we haven't had a lot of time with her and everything and stuff in recent time, especially. But nah, Hiyuki is absolutely goated, man. That flame bone is the real deal. I genuinely think she is one of the strongest characters in the series without an enchanted blade. Obviously, enchanted blades, different category and all that. But the character that she is and stuff, man, she is honestly a Tokyo Ghoul character. If I were to throw her into Tokyo Ghoul, that's where you think she belongs in, bro. So that's like the highest of compliments I can give her, man. So Yuki, but no question in my mind, she's going to be in my top 10. And I have such high hopes for her when it comes to part 2 of the manga. The next ones though, I remember. I know it's been a little bit. I know it's been a little bit with my boy. I know it's been a little bit with my boy, bro. So let me grab the character list just real quick because I know it's been a little bit of a minute. Tafuku Miyahara, big Tafuku, the partner and everything, bro. I'm gonna put. But listen, I think Tafuku, will probably be either in good or in great. Because listen, he did a damn good job taking care of business when he has to. His domain expansion, I'm gonna be honest, bro. He has a domain expansion. He has a domain expansion, bro. He's got to be in good for me. He's gonna be in good. I could also argue great, just off the strength of him actually doing more to taking care of like Char and stuff with the gaming and all that, and just for what his abilities can offer and all that. But I think he's in good. I think it makes a lot more sense though that Tofuku would be in good more than anything else. So yeah, spaghetti lover, man. Y'all already know what it is, bro. Super goated. Ban. Wait. Weird. What are you talking about? Ban me. Yo, chill, bro. But yeah, nah, he's I'm gonna have him in good. I think like if we got a little bit more and stuff like Kyuki, by proximity you get more to Fuku, so he definitely will go up. But I think good is probably a safe place to put him in there. Now, I have to hit a comp high for this one, bro. I have to hit a mean comp high for the character that's coming up right here, man. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we must proceed. We have to proceed. I have to proceed, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going in the top 10. Sorry. He's going in the top 10. Kiora Sazanami. Let me tell y'all right now, man. When it comes to antagonists in manga, when it comes to characters in manga, buddy, I have been mad impressed by what I was offered, what I was shown, what I seen, what I experienced in the Rakuzaichi, and that would not have been possible if it was any other dude but the man known as Kiora, bro. Kiora, I could argue, has as much weight as Sojo. Where it comes to when you read the first arc of Kagurabachi and you're like, oh, I see it. But let's say you didn't see it, but you're like, but I'm going to keep reading. He is my Baratier of Kagurabachi. What I mean by that is he is the threshold, or if you, for whatever reason, were not tapped into Kagurabachi until you got to this arc, he is going to be the guy that's going to make you say, I see the vision. I understand the vision. I now know the vision. That is Kiora Sazanami. That boy is the litmus test right there, man. He absolutely moved me beyond words in everything that was going on. Obviously, in the grand scheme of it, not the greatest of fathers. Let's keep it $150 with some change. Wasn't the greatest father that was out there. But him coming to realization of all that stuff in his moment has, to me, one of the greatest ends to a character. For a character to go out the way he did, a single pages, double spread, don't matter what it is, literally one of the best ones we've ever gotten in manga. So that, the usage of the Magasumi as well and stuff, bro, it's just like, oh my god, absolute GOAT, bro. Absolute freaking GOAT, bro. He's just one of those characters for me that sticks out and will be in my heart to the end of the story, bro. So yeah, big Kiora, top 10. I know we filled out quite a few and stuff, but again, a lot of this is going to be changing over time as this continues on. But shout out to Kiora. I have to make sure I get enough time in for him as well because he is special to me. And again, even for Hakuri as well, everything that they went through there is going to help shape Hakuri. And we don't get that without Mr. Proceed himself. So He's so goated, we freak out by seeing even 60 chapters after his death in a flashback, bro. In a flashback, he still gets aura points, bro. That page of death gives me chills every time. On his enemy, bro, it's like, to me, I see that page, I'm just like, bro, this is cinema. It's real shonen cinema, bro. There are so many things I'm looking forward to the anime adaptation. That is probably up there. How he goes out in the anime, it's just like I can't wait to see how it's articulated. I can't wait to see how it's shown. It's gonna be beautiful, man. Shout out to him, man. Now. We must continue and proceed with the rest of the Sazanami clan. Now, Tenri is one of those weird ones to me because obviously we saw what happened with him, RIP and stuff. For the role that I guess like he had to play and everything was there, I think he's good. I think he's at least decently good enough. You know what I'm saying? Decently good enough. Johnson, what's good, bro? What's good, bro? He's 3.2 with a good kids record, so at least tried. He did. He finished with a 3-2 win at the very least. So, but yeah, I think for me personally, I'm gonna put Tenri over there in the good, just because again, like that jellyfish stuff that was there too, and just the everything like what was going on with him and stuff after that. I like the way that Hokazono had gone about with his character and everything, and it's unfortunate that he's the one that didn't make it at the end. I do think though, like at the very least, like he did his part for the family and all that, so I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't be too ruthless with him, so he's definitely there for me. That in the good side. But when it comes to the other ones though, too, I actually let me tell you right now, man. Let me tell you right now, guys, place your bets, especially for these two right here, man. And I'm actually gonna go as far as put them right here, right as far as here, because Tamaki, listen, I do think we're gonna get them back in the story at some point in time. Actually, no. I'll put them in investment FC for them. I'm gonna put them in investment C for them for the time being because I do think that when the Sazanamis will come back at some point in time, part 2, there's gonna be some involvement. So that's my hope. But what I know with certainty, this brother, after the recent popularity poll, he is going straight to the moon. I don't think y'all understand right now. Hokazono, you have no choice. You have no choice. The biggest fan of all time did a big one on the popularity poll to get Enji Sazanami number 6. Almost cracked the top 5. That brother would have been in the double spread with Chihiro, with Hakuri, with Seichi, with Shiba, with Gang Signs Uruha. He was almost there. I'm telling y'all right now, that man, Takeru Hokazono, is going to do everything in his power because of all that and all the hype around him now because of this. He is going to go absolutely bananas. I don't know if his thing is going to be putting down a certain sum money that we're going to get to very momently in a second and stuff. But I need to see more of Enji. I genuinely think he should have done a lot more or gotten a lot more out of him during Rakuzaichi, but he does feel a character that's going to be part 2 and above. We're going to be out there no matter what. So Tamaki, put her in the investment because I hope she gets that development and takes the next step and stuff. But Enji, without certainty, I believe it's going to happen. So shout out to him. Now, do I talk in length about this guy, or can I just put him at the top of fraud and be about my day? Y'all tell me right now. This is the time and place right now. If you're watching on the VOD, man, you might have. If you're a fan of this guy, bro, amen. But I desperately want to put him in fraud. As an elder brother myself, I need to put this guy in fraud. I'm sorry, bro. Soya and NPC. Hey, listen, man. Soya Sazanami, the scumbag of scumbags, bro. I'm so mad that this guy somehow survived and he's going to actually have a role to play. I had to bottle my feelings. I had to bottle my feelings when we read that chapter together during that one break week. But I am hoping to God that this man bites the dust as fast as he humanly can at the hands of Akuri, at the hands of Enji. I don't know how. I don't know when. But he has to go. He must go. No question in my mind. The GOAT! D-Law, the GOAT? Oh, man, I would have ripped the mod right off you, bro. I promise I would have ripped the mod off, bro. Oh, my God, man. Boiler room tier below NPC. Nah, honestly, bro. Bro. Fraud? Yeah, we're putting him in fraud. I'm sorry. I would make another tier and stuff like dead ass for him and everything, but he gotta go in fraud, bro. He gotta go in fraud. Top of fraud as well, bro. Disgusting example of what not to be as an older sibling, bro. Never that. Never that, bro. Never that. Okay. Now, the next ones. Pretty sure NPCs. Aside from this one guy who looks very similar to Hasumi, hilariously enough. Locksoy up, bro. Facts. See, he's gone. But the one before we get to the next one afterwards, I don't know if that's supposed to be Hasumi, like we saw him earlier in the story. But let me actually double check just to make sure, because if I see Hasumi's design, which we do, so we know he's just an NPC, so we could put him in there. Now, I'm gonna put her in NPC for the time being, because unfortunately, it is what it is and stuff for now, team. But going into potential, I'm not even joking when I say this, bro. I'm not even joking when I say this, bro. Y'all think I might be clowning or whatever on Hashaku and stuff by putting this dude at the top of potential FC? You got me messed up. Boys, I don't want to see nothing else but lightning emojis. Lightning emojis. Because my boy brings the storm. You know what he brings? He brings the thunder and the lightning. Why? Because he is Mr. Inazuma, boy. My dog, let me tell y'all something right now, man. Potential FC's top shareholder is going straight to the moon in part 2 of Kagurabachi. I promise you on my life and on chat's life, he is going to be absolutely on point. 10 toes deep. Alright? My boy is going to be something special in part 2. I had this feeling, bro, ever since the way Hokazono introduced him into the story and the way that he showed him off and all that. In my heart of hearts, he is part 2 FC, bro. He is going to go absolutely nuts when the time comes, man. So I am so excited for what his future has to hold. I don't know listen, man. He's already best friends with Char off the strength of a single page. That's after the chapter towards the end of a volume, bro. Like, that's going to be the duel of legend at some point in time. I promise you that, man. So shout out to Mr. Inazuma. My boy, listen, bro. Inazuma-san, never mind that, boy. He gonna be coming in there, man. So, potential FC, he's at the very tip top. I have such high hopes for him, bro. Because listen, man. Let me say this right now, and I don't know if this sounds crazy. It might sound crazy. Because there is an obvious option for Cloud Gouger. But I'm gonna just say this right now. If anybody else but a certain somebody gets their hands on the new Cloud Gouger, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Now, it does sound crazy throwing an Enchanted Blade and a contract on this poor kid and stuff. Absolutely. But if anyone's going to hold it down, it's going to be Inazuma-san. So, shout out to my boy. Now, because I thought we're going to have to wait a little bit for him. But guys, we have to go and see the boy himself, bro. Kagurabachi, Next Generations with Mr. Inazuma and Char as a protagonist. I would be there for that, bro. I promise, man. I would be so... Listen, I'll take a spin off, no problem with those two. Just their activities and whatever, man. I'll be so down for that. So down, bro. Brings the thunder of justice, bro. I bring the lightning, bro. He's so raw. The scene of him hugging his sister broke me. Absolutely, man. I was like waiting so long on when we were reading through that and stuff to get that moment. Just absolutely beautiful, bro. Shout out to Inazuma. But guys, the next one on the list. Bro. The next one on the list. Guys, I am praying part 2. He is out of control from a certain somebody. I'm really hoping he's no longer under the spell of a certain somebody. Because to me, let me count the numbers. 1, 2. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yura, if you are still in there in part 2, bro, I'm telling you right now, man, Thematically, no, bro, he's good. He's super good, bro. Thematically NPC tier, but Julian go, yo, Topsy, that's crazy, bro. Nah, man, Yura is super. I mean, right now, unfortunately, he's in a little pickle right now. Well, at least from where we left off. But Yura, though, listen, man, I get the same vibe from him. Weirdly enough, to Chrollo Lucifer of Hunter x Hunter. I don't know why. I don't know if that was basically what Hokazono was trying to go for or whatever. But like, there's something about him. Off the rip, I was just like, oh no, this guy, bro. When he said, "I am the leader of the Hishaku," straight up saying that to Chihiro in the way he did, I'm just like, nah, man, this guy gonna be different. And the little tidbits that we gotten so far of him as a character, and his background and stuff, the resentment he feels towards Kunishige. This is the world that your father created. His whole thing of going after the third somebody, whatever, and all that and all that. Um, the demeanor, the exposition, the fact that he, again, like I said, involved in the 2v2 of Legend, that when animated is going to change everything that we ever knew before. Yura is easily in the top 10. Easily in the top 10. Things could probably change at some point in time, but he's easily in the top 10. Special antagonist with, I think, more room to grow should he still be active in the story later on. But for what I got from him right now, man, he's in the 10. He's in the 10. You're still too green, bro. You're still too green. You're the menace, man. The only way you can look at him is that, man. So, next up, the girl with the icy skin or the icy thing, whatever stuff. We're gonna put her in the NPC, unfortunately, just because things end up being the way they did. I'm pretty sure because based on the designs and stuff, these characters over here, not really much on them, so they're pretty much like NPCs to me, unfortunately. So we're gonna move those guys quickly over there to make on space because we're all like an hour something deep right now. We still have like quite a little bit to go for characters that are there. I want to say that this one also looks like to be NPC, but I think it also has like a marking. Or is that like the former the leader of the Sazanami? This one right here, before we get to the bitters and stuff. Because I do want to talk about them a little bit on length. Actually, no, because you see, yeah, the things here. So who is this one supposed to be? The first Sazanami Patriot? Yeah, no, we can get him there. We'll put in an NPC. You know what? Honest to God, if we were to get anything further back with the Mikoboshis and all that, then he probably might be in the mix. But the next ones, I'm going to put in Investment FC, the two bitters. The two bitters, I don't know, I don't remember what the name exactly for them. I think we had them in the Kaminabi section before at one point, for what their thing was and stuff. Let me see. Yeah, the Shinichi bitter and then the male Shinichi bitters and stuff. So, I'm gonna say with these two, the reason I think that we're going to get something with them in part 2 eventually at some point, just because of the character model designs and stuff, the fact that we actually spent time with them and everything, I do think eventually at some point we're gonna get something with them. You know what I'm saying? Kaminabi bidding guy, comedy big bro. It's just it's one thing criticism I will say with Hokazono. I need names, bro. I get why you want to be Mystique and all that and stuff, bro, but I need name tags, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be able to remember these characters properly when the time comes. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that. So yeah, so them I'm gonna put an investment as I hope they bank. Potential FC, I know they will bank. So we'll get them there. I'm not too sure on this. Although yeah, that's the mother of the Sazanamis and stuff. So Curry and stuff's mom. And then the grandfather. We'll put them over in the NPC role, unfortunately. So we'll put them in NPC. Most unfortunate, but you know what I'm saying. Kyora's wife. I mean, listen, shout out to her, bro, but it's just unfortunate, man. Just unfortunate. Now. Let's make sure we respect some names. Because obviously there were certain individuals that try to do their best taking care of gang signs and everything, man. And it's unfortunate because he ranked I think he was in the top 10. He was like around like what? 8th or 9th or whatever on the list and stuff. But Fushimi. I'll say this right now. Even though he didn't really have much of an impact in the story, and I think it's weird because I don't think he's mad. Like, look at the design. He was number 10. Like, he's top 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put him in the back end of good. I could put him at the back end of good, but also like the top of meh. Because unfortunately he's no longer with us and stuff. Whatever, I think meh is probably good. Because then it's like if we're giving that kind of character like good and stuff, then. But I do think though, like with him, it's like, is it like one of those other characters again? Like the Hokazono probably thought I probably shouldn't have waxed them when I did. probably kept them around for something, whatever. I don't know. But then there's also a possibility because it's like what where the Sete War was like 18 years back and stuff, right? For all we know, he might be back in the Sete War for like little periods and stuff, doing other stuff, right? So yeah, it's Fushimi. How did he get top 10? I don't know. Still go to Kobe now. No, the facts. But I do think like if there was a saving grace for it though, that Hokazono has is the fact that we got the Sete War to be able to bring certain characters back from a long time ago and stuff, or what was going down at the time. So I think in front of Matt might be the finest, because if I put him in good, it's just a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? So the rest of the other members, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like I know that they're like, it's like whatever. They're NPCs. They're NPCs. They're NPCs. They're NPCs. Now, before we get to the other individuals that are on here, I also need to fix this as well because I want to make sure we get the right thing for them. The one Hishaku member that's like the medic and stuff, basically, whatever. I think we could put him in the back end here, potential FC, because it's like, again, we haven't seen a lot from him, even though we kind of did, like Littleton bits and parts and stuff. We don't even have a name for him, so there might be some stuff that we don't know about, possibly with the guy. But I do think though that he's somebody that we're probably gonna know about a little bit more in time as the story progresses, alongside with the Hatshaku. So I think he's a bang on for like we're gonna see some, like we're gonna see some. You know what I'm saying? Derek, worst genius Hishaku, bro. Yo, y'all call him Derek is just so funny, bro. Nah, he definitely Derek to me, man. I ain't gonna lie. He definitely a Derek to me, man. So Derek, we're gonna put him in potential FC. Now I'm gonna go and put this man where he probably belongs, because he also should be in the classification of Tanoi, but the losing streak, though, it makes it a bit tough to confirm him in that for me for the time being. But Hirohiko, I'm going to put in great. I could argue even putting him in the very tip top also of potential FC because of the fact that he has Kumayori from what he got from Uraha and everything. But yeah, if he didn't have the losing record, I think he's Tanoi. I think he would easily, for me, be in Tanoi. You know what I'm saying? Look, guy, it's Mr. 0-3. Yeah, 0-3, bro. Yeah, man. Owen Thresco, he's still goated though, bro. Hey, man. But Hirohiko, though, bro, he definitely in greats for me. Like, every time he's been on screen and stuff, at the very least, bro, I've enjoyed what I got from him. So, definitely in there. Next one, I believe, is the hotel manager and stuff, right? For the Kyoto Bloodshed Hotel and stuff. I'm gonna put him in NPC because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. No, you know what? I might put him in fraud. It might sound a little insane. Actually, no, that's not him. Is it? No, he's over there. So who is this one? That's not him. Who's it? The Yakuza guy from chapter. Oh, yeah, no, he's fraud. Yeah, no, he's fraud. That guy, yeah. I don't know why he was so far back on here and stuff, but again, we didn't do the shuffle properly and stuff. So yeah, so he's definitely fraud. Now, y'all already know I'm putting them all in Tanoi. Like look, bro. I'm putting them right here. I'm putting them all in here, man, because you know what the deal is, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, this group right here has found their way into the main character territory. They have found their way into being the top hitters in Chihiro's entourage. Formerly under the control or under the protection or under the they took care of Samura. But we talking about Ro, we talking about Moku, and best for last. My queenie, bro. Sumi! The Masumi. We got them in here, man. They are Tanoi. Straight Tanoi. They are going straight Tanoi, man. I absolutely love them. From everything that we gotten so far of them in the story and everything, just their role that they're playing right now, especially now replacing Sechi now with Chihiro. They're basically the vanguard and stuff for him and everything. They're kind of like the King's Knights. You know what I'm saying? Like the I wouldn't say God's Knights, but you know what I'm saying? Like the King's Guard, basically, of Kagurabachi. That's how I view them and stuff. The Enchanted Blade Guardians and stuff. So, and 10 Guardians is how I actually would look at it better. So, let's get fired up, man. The best elite squad. That is a real elite squad. Shout out to the Masumi. I can't wait to see more for Ro, especially too, because I have this weird feeling that there is going to be some kind of connection further between him and Ichiki. And I don't know if it's because of the shades and stuff, but I do think there's probably going to be a little bit of a something there between those two and stuff in time. So that's what I have for that. But with Moku, hey bro, I just want to see a little bit more, bro. I think there's potential, man. Big ass neck and stuff, bro. We got potential. Sumi, can we tie? Can we tie the knot? Can we make a day? Can we make something happen? Can we make something shake, bro? That bike, we bike, bro. Shout out to the Masumi. Easily Tanoi for me. Massively Tanoi. Massively Tanoi, man. I like how despite being part of the Kaminabi, they didn't go goof about. They didn't give a fuck about it as soon as Akamura took over. That's real loyalty. And that's facts, though. Because to be fair with you, they could have easily had stuck by with what was going on with Akamura and all that. But they was like, nah. No, we on this side, man. So no chance. No chance. Other NPCs that we got to take care of and stuff. So we're going to put them in there for the time being. But now, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for real music, bro. Real music. Something in my soul tells me that by the end of the story, he might crack into the top 10, maybe somewhere around 10 and 9. And I'm very, very, very much want to put him somewhere right here or somewhere around here because man. Koguri, bro. What we saying, man? Because I'll tell you right now, OSC, Ryofura, the guy who died protecting Sumura's hideout, put some respect. You know what? Let me do that. Before I even... You talk about the second one, right? The bald one? The bald one? Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Is it the bald one you're talking about? The bald one? Okay, the bald one. Yeah, the bald one. We'll put him in good. We'll put him in good. The other one though, I'm not too sure about him with the hair and stuff. What was that one again? Let me actually see quickly. Do I see him with the hair? No. That's not you. Not you. Where is this guy? Where is he? Because the other one I saw just a second ago, but I don't know where the heck he went. That's not Mitch. Oh, that's somebody else. That's several bald head ones because they're monks and stuff. Okay, yeah. Got you. So it's the other guy. Is it? Oh, so the bald monk is the one who took care of him. So what about the guy with the hair? The guy with the hair and stuff that's there. I'm gonna put him in there until we figure that out in a sec. Yeah, there's gonna be some of these minor characters. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's gonna be definitely tough for that. But yeah, Koguri, I am going to put in potential FC just because I feel like with him, and I think I'm gonna put him right below Subaru and them. Because I do think that this is a guy that could definitely have his hands on an enchanted blade at some point in time. I don't know exactly what. Let me see. That's T or Tay. She was the bathhouse supply. Oh yeah, no. We gotta respect her. No, I'm sorry. We gotta respect her, bro. That's Tanoi. If Sojo isn't Tanoi, bro, and she's part of that, it's Tanoi. That's facts. That's definitely Tanoi. Majorly Tanoi, bro. But yeah, Koguri though, I'm gonna go and put him in potential FC because I do think at some point in time he is gonna rock with an enchanted blade. I think to me, honestly, if Hirohiko was to bite the dust and someone else gets Komiyori, I think he would be absolutely lit with it. Or he might be the one that ends up taking one of Subaru or Pinky's blades at some point. So yeah, but I have high hopes for them and stuff too. Same thing I am saying with Toto. Honestly, Toto, like another character that reminds me of someone that would fit into the world of Tokyo Ghoul. So I'm for sure gonna go and put them together as the potential couple right there for those two. So Koguri and Toto, potential FC. Koguri is definitely getting Subarus. He has it on his. Oh, so yeah. So this is the thing I was gonna also mention too. And thank you, Topsy, for reminding me right now about this because I would have dead forgot about this fact too. I have seen the theories that have been going around of people saying that there is a connection between Koguri and Subaru in terms of the sushi or something to do with cutting. There's a weird connection that may be tied to the two of them. And I think it would make a lot of sense that if that is to be the case, then without question, Subaru's blade is probably going to belong to Koguri at some point in time. I think we could almost lock that in for that. So yeah, I'm definitely very, 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 very interested in that storyline, whatever ends up being afterwards, especially with that. So I don't know if it's like a pupil, I don't know if there's a blood relation there or something, but like I can see something there being from that. So yeah, and then Toto, hey bro, the mystery box and mystery boxes though. So I'm here for it, man. Definitely here for that. Um, ladies and gentlemen, straight into the top 10. She's going straight in the top 10, bro. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's gonna get very tough because there's obviously certain characters gonna have to fall back down and stuff, whatever. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But ladies and gentlemen, this character right here that I have right beside, honest to God, I might put them above Hooker for the time being because I absolutely adore her, bro. She is the one person right now that is keeping me on this earth, knowing that there is still a Samura living in this world. And I'm telling y'all right now, I lock it in, twin. Lock it in, twin. Lock it in. Lock it in. I promise you on my soul, at the end of this story, there will be a new Chiaki Soga. Not in terms of the future sight, not that, but being a baby mama, bro. Iori, I cannot wait, man. She is going to absolutely go crazy with Tobimune in the future. From all the stuff that we've gotten of her character at the very beginning and everything of the story and stuff, at least from her introduction to the story with the memories and all that. I've always loved stories when it comes to those memory stuff that's there and someone just trying to fight what reality is and all that, and then embracing it after at some point in time. The fact that she's out here with the blind gimmick and stuff afterwards with her combat, which makes her just so raw. But I do think she's gonna have her Seichi Samura moment where she can open her eyes and actually fight with no fear and all that. I can't wait, man. So yeah, Iori, but everything there, I generally think she's gonna be something special, man. I'm hoping to get obviously more comedic moments with her too. The little bits at the end of part 1 where she tried to like break the try to break the swords and stuff with Tobimune. It's just like, hey man. But Iori though, truly special, man. And I generally think that she's going to be a top 5 for me in this story when it all ends, man. So yeah, and I have the highest of hopes that this trio is going to be something special in part 2 with her as a big part of that. So shout out to Iori, man. Next one I believe is her aunt. I think this is her aunt and stuff afterwards. So the aunt we could probably put an NPC. I think this is like one of her other classmates and stuff that were there, like not too much on with them. But and I could be mistaken on his name and stuff too. I could be mistaken on his name too. Because we might be getting a little bit disrespectful, but I want to make sure that I get his correct his name and stuff correctly right. Because it has been a long time already since then. Lads, I already spoiled who's gonna be Chiro's wife is our boy Hakuri. You know, honestly, bro, like I'm fine with polygamy, bro. Polyamorous, so what do you want to call it, bro? Like I'm perfectly fine with like make it work. I don't know how it's gonna work, but you're gonna make it work, man. But old boy's name and stuff. It's been a little bit since we've I last experienced and stuff with this part. Ikura. Big Ikura, yeah. So Ikura, I'll be honest with you, man. Ikura good. Ikura good. I'll put him right above. Yeah, I'll put him in the good. Definitely in good, man. Because with him, it's like I was like, what are we doing, bro? You know, he has like Kenta Sakata vibes from Dandadan, is what I got with him. Right? That's how I would look with his character and stuff. But like, yeah, no, he's definitely somebody that like I in the end was like, okay, I'm cool with this. I don't know if he's gonna have a part to play later on in part 2. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But I'm satisfied with what I got with him. Definitely satisfied with what I got with him and stuff. So shout out to him, man. Next that we have is the owner of the hotel and stuff afterwards. Unfortunately, now I could put him in fraud. Because, bro, he got absolutely destroyed, man. I'm sorry. He absolutely got eviscerated by Hirohiko and the men, bro. It was just massively unfortunate, right? So, most unfortunate. I think that's like one of the other managers, I think, or the other guys and stuff that's here, unless I'm wrong on the name and stuff. I'll put them in NPC for the time being until somebody can clarify who this one is. But there is one man that we have to put up in good standing at the very least because, well, to me, I mean, He could also be in fraud for being, his comments on women and stuff, which are very, controversial in this day and age. But the fact that he created the white purity style, like he can't be anything less than this. So he's in the good for me though, man. Itsuo Shiraki has to be in there, bro. The fact that we have white purity style in this story, the IE white purity style, he's got to be in there, bro. He's the biggest fraud in Bocce. Uncas fighting bears when they're sorcerers. Hey, man. But the thing is, though, if we didn't have him, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have all those, you can't respect what Samura's doing. You can't respect after what Chihiro and the men are doing now, what Iroha's doing and stuff. But I'll be honest, though, like, yeah, no, he could have a role playing in fraud. He really should be, to be honest. My granddaughter is decent with the, yeah, no, I don't remember that. No, I'm a respect, I'm a respect old girl. I'm gonna respect her when we get there, but now he in fraud. 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 Even though I do think though we're for sure gonna be seeing him at part 2, and I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with him. Outside of the obvious that he should probably get his ass whooped by his granddaughter and stuff, so that's gonna come. I'm putting Iori's mom in great because chapter 85 and even just in general and stuff, bro, great mama. Right? Like if Char's mama is good mama, Iori's mama is great mama. That's how I at the very least look at that, bro. Like all that stuff won't hit as hard, especially, bro. When she comes up in there and says, "Yo, aren't you gonna finally like go with the path?" Like it's like the most basic stuff, but when you get the basics correctly, man, it just hits like crack, bro. I'm sorry, she's in great for me. She's in great, bro. All right, and she bad as hell, bro. Like you can't even like the facts. She bad as hell. I'm not gonna say that she isn't, bro. So she's definitely in the mix there for me. I'm pretty sure these are NPCs loading coming up, so we can probably put these in NPCs. This guy's design, unfortunately, looks absolutely fire and stuff, so he's gonna be NPC, I think, as well. These ones I'm not too sure. Let me see. Inori's so goated. I hate when people say she's just a fridge. I forgot that was a thing there. It's just a fridge when she has so much characters. She has so much character that people just choose ignore. They do, man. But like again, if you can nail the basics and you're good looking, bro, that's gonna work with me every time. If you want to complain about fridging, Yura and Kyoto's wives are right there. That's big facts. Big facts. Itzo was smoking gang sign Uraha, Mr. Location, Samura, Lightning Menace, Natsuki, and Big Belly Ibuki. He is him. I can't lie, that's the thing, bro. Like, it hurts putting him in fraud, but he deserves to be in there for the comments on women, bro. Like, it's tough. But the other NPCs we could put here, I don't know who the hell this one's supposed to be with the basket over his head and stuff, because he has the color scheme going on for him and everything. Is that somebody that I'm not been made aware of or whatever? Like, or it's been like a hot minute? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who that's supposed to be though, to be fair. But who is that we know that we see in the story at some point? Do y'all remember? I'll put them in NPC for the time being and stuff, but like they have a color scheme right here, so they gotta be someone like, I don't even know. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know. Like, it feels like they just like in passing they came by or whatever. Yeah, per se, more NPC guys that were over here after that. That's one of the OCs that were part of the fan competition. No. If that's the case, great. I'll put them in great. Actually, no. I'll go even further. I'll go Tanoi. Yeah, that's true. Because there were some designs and stuff that were like really, really cool and everything too. So like, yeah, I'll put them for sure in that space right there. The one guy that was supposed to be helping out with the teleprometer or whatever you call it in the Kaminami raid and stuff, like the one that was trying to like help us out, whatever, to like keep the barriers and whatever. He's good. He got some little bit character writing in them though. He was cool. I would have put him in like man stuff, but like for his family and everything, all that and stuff. That's a good lad. Definitely a good lad. Other ones after this though, I'm pretty sure are on the minor section. So we'll go with there. Put them in here. Let me actually grab the minor character list so I can make sure that we get some other ones as well. Because I'm pretty sure that, yeah, there's going to be a couple of them I know for a fact that we're going to be slipping right by. That I'm just going to be like, oh, damn, like who the hell that's be? Let me see. We'll go further. What about this one? Okay. So, yeah, these ones are more like NPCs and stuff that are there. That's fine. This guy, I'm pretty sure is NPC as well too. And I want to say this one as well, the last one here. So we got those ones there. Okay. Now we are back cooking with actual supreme gas. Because, ladies and gentlemen, her grandfather is a fraud. But she is not. She is going straight into great. See how I made it rhyme right there? At the tip top of great. Let me tell y'all right now something right now real quickly, bro. Kitty is a baddie. She out here rocking with big ass swords. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I would not be genuinely shocked if that was Takuri's baby mama by the end of the story. Something about them connections, something about them conversations back in the raid. I'm telling y'all right now, man. Big Kitty. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Moving different, bro. Goldfish above Kitty. Hey, bro. Talk to Aka, Nishiki, and Kuro, bro. Because they got it all locked. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, bro. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I'll even go further. I'll put her into Noi. She's Kagurabachi to me, man. Like, when I think of Kagurabachi, no. She's Kagurabachi. That's the tier I'm going to put them in right there. Absolute beast. I'm so excited for her in part 2. She's going to be one of them ones that I cannot wait to see. Hopefully go out there and hoop. Unbelievable ethical hoops that I can't wait to see when that goes down. So, Kitty, the ass whooping that you're going to give your grandfather, man, we'll be there no matter what. So, Kitty's going to be up in there. This is the knife sorcerer, if I'm not mistaken. We could put them in NPC. It doesn't really matter too much. But, however, I am going to be putting Uran for the time being in potential FC because we still need to see more with her. I'm going to be fairly honest with y'all. Uran, I think, has very much makings of being an absolute dog in the time that's coming. So, yeah. I'm very, 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 very much excited for her. Her role that's going to be the story. She's obviously one of the 3 people that was involved in the death of Kunishige Rokuhira. So, I don't know. See, because here's the thing, though. And I'm gonna throw this out there as a thing for you guys, because I don't know. Because obviously, of course, we spin the ball. We could predict things and whatever. If they come true, they don't. They come. What would y'all think, though, if you found out that Uran is actually a Soga? How would y'all feel about that, though? Because there's something in my mind that's thinking, right? Because obviously, Hachaku being a Mikaboshi and being involved in what happened makes too much sense for why he would get back at Kunoshige's for his involvement in the Enchanted Blades and what happened to the people. With the certain other individual with the mustache whose name I'm going to wait to say because they're the next one up afterwards. They probably have their own thing and stuff after, which we're going to probably learn about in due time. But Iran is like interesting to me because it's like, unless you're there for a hired gun, hired business, doing like whatever, I don't understand why they would be involved in this. And I'm thinking in my head after, what if she's related to the Sogas? Because then it would make sense that if she had ties to Chiaki, to Akamura and all them, then it would make a lot of sense for her to have a reason of personal beef towards Kunishige, which would be why her involvement's there. And if that is to be the case, and of course, she's still around going into part 2, she's someone that I think has potential to be something big time. So I am banking a lot on Iran to being something there. So I'm looking forward to that with her. I think Iran's ice abilities are a hint to her backstory. Probably a close tale to the lady with the icy skin where she's been betrayed or maybe even hurt those close to her like Mr. Freeze type of deal. Could be something. That could be not a bad shot. You know what? It would be cool if that's a connection between the two of them and then that's how she got involved with the Ishaku. That wouldn't be a bad show. Wouldn't be a bad show whatsoever. So yeah, but I think Iran though, I'm for sure potential FC with her. Miss Freezing Kiss would be crazy with her for sure. Now, I'm putting this brother at the tip top of great. I could put him into Noi for all purposes. Actually, no. He's a part of the greatest, one of the greatest 2v2s I've seen in manga, bro. He is absolutely in Tonoy tier. Because this design, the first time I saw it, I thought I was looking at Kukulahan, my Lancer of Fate Stay Night, when I saw this dude pull up. But he is rawness and swag. Sick in the head. Sick in the head. But we all are sick in the head, bro. But Hokuto? Bro. Nah, man. He is something different. He absolutely impressed me by the fear factor that he is. The fact that he is one of the main people involved, not just in Kunishige's death, but also with Ibuki. He's got bodies on him, man. I am so hyped for what this character is going to be offering in the story that come in part 2, but from part 1 alone, bro, he is rawness and swag. That's just a simple way I could put it. And if you have rawness and swag in some capacity, you're going to be a part of Tonoy. So, shout out to Hokuto, man. Big excited for what's got coming up very soon. Next ones are a bit more NPCs and stuff. However, I'm putting respect on Yuki because unfortunately, I know we didn't get really much with her and stuff afterwards. But she's gotta be NPC. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. But shout out to Yuki. Unfortunately, the things that happen with your father is what it is and stuff. But hey, man, it is what it is. Next ones, I'm pretty sure are NPCs as well, from what I'm mistaken, right? Fullest character introduction, the series, the smoke shop panel is bro. That smoke shop panel, like, bro, it's actually so, bro. He's too gas, man. Like it's a bro, one of the coolest introductions we've gotten in the story today, easily, man. So, yeah. Kashima. Let me make sure we get this correct. Is it actually Kashima? It is Kashima, right? Let me see. Let me make sure. Get the name correct on here because we want to make sure we get the right ones. Transformation Sorcerer. No, so this guy we'll put him over here. This guy, I'm pretty sure was what one of the other ones, right? That was there. No. Put him over here. He sacrificed himself like a G. Yeah, Kashima is the guy that saved Hakuri from fake Kudo. Oh, he did. Okay. Wait, is that the one that which is that the one before Yuki? Oh, Kashima was the dad, right? Kashima's that. Hold on. Let me go get the profile thing real quick. I'm just make sure I get that right. Let me make sure I get that right. Where's Yuki? Yuki? Profile. Bro, oh my god, there's so many characters. Bro. I forget how many characters the story has, bro. Dark hair one is Kashima. The one after the transformation guy? No, actually before that. It's before that, I think, right? Is it? Hold on. Are we sure? I'm trying to look at the thing for Yuki and stuff right here, but I can't find the freaking portrait. I don't know what the hell they were doing with this. Unnamed characters. Oh, Ishihara. No, that's Ishihara. Ishihara. No, I'm gonna switch this around. I'm gonna put Ishihara in like the. I'm gonna put him in back in a fraud because of, if I'm not mistaken, what ended up happening afterwards with him. Yeah, because I get it. He was being held kids held hostage and stuff. Whatever. I know, but you know what I'm saying. Kashima isn't. Hold on. No, I know that. I'm just looking back on the Ishihara guy and stuff because I just realized with him, it's just like there's actually a little bit more with him and stuff. But does Kashima have a profile? Like I'm not seeing nothing right here with him. Does he have a profile? I don't even see that there. Is the one with dark hair. Let me see. No, because I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Kagurabachi. I'm pretty sure. Oh, him. Yeah, no, I see him. My fault. We're gonna put him in. We'll put him in good. W sacrifice. We'll put him in there. Any list that has Samura at the top spot as a factual list. Well, I'll tell you this right now, DT man. Stay tuned. By the way, I appreciate everybody who has been tuning in for the stream. We're almost at 2 hours right now on the stream, so I appreciate everybody who's tuned in. Like the stream if you guys enjoy. Subscribe to the channel. We are going to be talking about Kagurabachi week in, week out. Next chapter next week, of course. But let's continue on, man. We're nearing the finish line very soon, man. Ibuki, I'm going to say this right now. The reason I have him in potential FC is because of what we are going to learn further about him through what's going to happen with his brother and Hokuto at some point in time in the story. Is he somebody that unfortunately things turn out the way they did and stuff? He let himself go, whatever. Yes. But that's character writing that we're going to find out in due time when it does happen. I don't know if during the Sete War it's going to go through that and we see the exemplaries of what exactly took place. But Big Bro, easily in potential FC, we're going to see that for him. So I definitely think so. Even though I know he's dead, but it's like I do think the writing is going to come in time with him to make us fully understand exactly about him and everything, right? He's got to be nuts in the Sete War since he can't show out in modern day like Pinky. That's facts. He had to have been a killer, bro. Like, he had to have been moving like absolutely insane. And the only reason he's not around now is because he just gave up and quit. That led to an easy lick there for Hokuto. So, yeah. He was this close to disrespecting Kagurabachi. I ain't gonna lie. I was bad. That was bad. That was bad looks on me. So yeah. So Ibuki, I'm gonna put in potential FC. Now we're getting into the real thick of things, guys. Because if there's guys who I know that could fit into the threshold of potential man or potential FC, I'm putting him right here, bro. Yuki Sada has been hailed as the strongest of the Hishaku. Big Carlos himself, bro. If he is in fact what he says he is, then I'm going to invest my stocks in him and firmly believe that this is the guy that's going to be a absolute monster. He might honestly be the one that replaces Yura at the tip top outside of the obvious that's Ashaku. But in terms of just the fear factor kind of guy and stuff, I think could be that. The fact that his ability is also kind of crazy as well with the decapitation and regeneration and like just wild, brother, bro. So yeah, he's definitely in there for me. So yeah. Next ones I believe are all NPCs coming up right now, which we're about to get into a certain individual very soon. But yeah, these I'm pretty sure are the next three after that are NPCs. So you let me know if we're bugging on a couple of them or not. So y'all let me know. Hold on. Start real quickly. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So next up, ladies and gentlemen, today we're making a big change in the top 10. Because I'm not putting him in no damn potential. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. I am not putting him anything lower than here. Because let me just say it right now. I would have put him in potential FC. I would have put him in potential FC. Originally. This man will be the one to inherit Cloud Gouger by the end of this story. He is a part of one of the greatest 2v2s manga has to offer. He is going to avenge his big bro. He has music blaring in his ears at all times of the day. He has aura. He has swag. He owns air fryers for days. Ladies and gentlemen, we must put our fullest form of respect to the one and to the only of Natsuki Misaka, boy. My guy is without question in the top 10. I have come to a full realization. By the end of the story, he will be fighting, swinging at my top 5 to come in there. Because I firmly believe that's his ceiling. I see him possibly being a top. Like, Kyora's effective aura and stuff, tough to top right now. Uroha is tough. Yura is tough. But he can have a claim. Easily could have a claim, man. So, I do think, though, that Natsuki, for me, everything that I've seen of him so far, I'm just like, I love him. I genuinely love him. I love that man. So gas. I cannot wait to see more of him in part 2 because I do think he's going to be one of the biggest MVP candidates of the manga going forward after. I can't wait. I can't wait. I think you actually put Bingo and NPC. Did I put Did I actually? No. He's in great. He's in great. Actually, no. Potential. We're yeah, you're right here. Big Bingo though, because I know we kind of saw a little bit of him and stuff technically by proximity and everything. But no, we're for sure gonna be getting him. He's gonna go crazy. He's gonna go stupid in part 2. Shout out to Big Bingo, bro. He gives me Locks' vibes from early bro. That's such a good way of putting it. I don't know who else would he remind me of too, though, bro. There's just something about the demeanor and like I don't know. I could honestly like if I was to make my next video for like Kagurabachi's like most hype character, I genuinely think it's him. I genuinely think it's him. Like if I were to do one for like best character, hype, and all that and stuff, like hype for sure, it's him. It's easily. So to be fair, that's a really bad panel of Bingo. It's actually no, bro. His big ass head, bro, is something different, bro. Big Bingo over Koguri and Subaru, bro. Nah, man, listen, bro. Big Bingo though. When I'm reminded what that brother was doing out there, bro. Come on, man. That's a good dome. That's good domes. That's good domes. Why were you keep saying Megumi? Hey, chill, bro. Yeah, but anyways, but yeah, Natsuki though, 1000% is gonna be one of my top 10 guys by the end of the story. Big facts. Now I'm pretty sure this guy was part of the bathhouse quest. I'm mistaken or whatever, or like yeah, one of the guys was trying to cause something, so he's out there. But old girl, because that's one of the other ones. So where did I have the other girl for the Tanoi? Yeah, she's up. Yeah, she's got to be up here because that's one of the other ones for Tanoi. And this kid, I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. We're putting him right up here in Tanoi, man. The kid with the milk. Yeah, he got. Yeah. You got to be behind. Like, yeah, you can't be. Yeah, Chargo. That's Char a little more higher up here. Char more higher. But yeah, no, the boy with the milkman. I'm sorry, bro. That kid absolutely is a demon. True demon, bro. If he exists in part 2, like, bro, watch out, man. Sojo from the grave is gonna be like scared out of his mind facing that brother. So shout out to him, man. Goggles Kaminabi, he was mad at Natsuki and Uehara destroying the building. Is that the one that was there? Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, but he's more NPC. I think though, right? He's more NPC though, right? I would say so. He has the shades. He kind of look fire at least with it, but yeah, nah. I'll go meh. Morpheus versus Sojo than the so-called anti. You know what? That is not a bad show. Oni, that's not a bad show whatsoever, man. Because listen, it might be facts. But yeah. These two, I'm putting straight. You have no idea. Bro. Yes, I'm definitely putting him over Bingo. This guy, him, I'll put over there. But him, brother, I'm putting him right behind Inazuma-san, bro. Yo, I'm not even capping, bro. When I saw this dude pull up, his boy come in here with the comb and stuff, and then he flexing, just chilling on Uran, bro. I'm sorry. This dude, I don't know if he's Shogun Kaio, because that's what he's to me, bro. Like, his name to me is the Shogun. He's the Shogun, bro. You know what I'm saying? He, to me, has the spookiest potential, bro. You can't be a bum. Like Hokazono, I'm not even a cap, bro. If you let the popularity poll go global, the amount of money I would have put in to make sure that Shogun Kaio was going to be in the top 10, I would have made it happen, bro. After seeing NG get into the top 6, bro, nah. I would have made something shake, for sure. Commodore Lob was great. Bro, it was. It was Kobe and Shaq. Literally Kobe and Shaq, bro. I was just like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So, yeah, for sure in my mind, he's going to be potential FC without question. I know he's going to snap. Oh my God, I can't wait. And then, of course, his old boy and stuff too. Because I should put him together like as in connection, which I will. I'm going to put them in connection too. Because I mean, like, bro, Shaq doesn't win those titles without Kobe, and Kobe doesn't win those titles without Shaq. That's where I'm at. All right. He's going to fight Bingo, and the winner steals the other scalp to get a full head of hair. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts, bro. Nah, bro. Bingo and Comb, bro, is going to, like, just change the game, bro, forever. Yura's wife. let me ask y'all right now: are we going to get more of Yura in terms of his backstory and stuff later in the story? Y'all tell me right now. Because I could maybe see a potential FC there, but I also feel Fridge. What y'all think, bro? Do y'all feel Fridge? Because I feel it in my heart. Unfortunately, she could be a Fridge, but she could also be at the super back end of potential FC. Potential Fridge? Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. I'll put it right there, staring at Curry's mom and stuff, unfortunately. Yes, in the popularity poll says the past that was hinted in part one, we're seeing more. Okay, so, well, thank you for reminding me there, Topsy. We're putting her right back in potential. Where is she rightfully supposed to be? Yeah, so in the popularity poll, that's crazy. So the popular poll for her section, or you mean for Yura? That's fascinating. Yeah, the past that was yeah, that's fascinating. So yeah, we're definitely gonna get more of Yura, which is good. So she's in potential FC. Yeah, for Yura section, okay, bet. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get that for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is, man. Look what we have left. Look what we got left, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now entered what is technically the current day of this story. And the current day of this story calls for a certain man's name to be brought forth. He wields the Magasumi, or the Shinuchi, forged by the Da Tenseki, with one stroke, one stroke, one stroke, 200 lives. Garn. Just like that. Hailed by the world, or by Viz Media as the Swordmaster. To you and to me is the Sword Saint. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of the Sogas, whether the streets want to admit it or not. Akamura Soga is in the top 10, which means, unfortunately, there are characters that may have to fall out. And for the time being, who am I kidding, bro? Yuki, get into Mike. I'm not thinking on Shiba just yet. I'm not thinking Shiba just yet. But listen to me, man. Listen, bro. Akamura Soga. Some classify him as the Maru Uchiha of Kagurabachi. I refer to him as the Akamura Soga of Kagurabachi. He is one of one. He is going to be something far beyond what a Maru Uchiha, what an Aizen, what that men look like, what they do, how they do. You know what I'm saying? To me, I genuinely think that if this story, and granted, I don't think fully he's the final villain of the story, but I do think in terms of writing and in terms of his potential, in terms of just what we've seen of him so far, the demeanor, the exposition, his skill set, even in its baby infancy to what we've been displayed, screams that this guy is going to go down as one of the all-time greats. Writing wise, right now, for me, Seiichi Samura has that unlocked. But I think by the end of the story, Akamura Soga, without question, is going to take that. Because Chihiro's a very obvious one that can do that. I think by the end of the story, he'll come full circle and turn into his dad. I genuinely think it's going to happen some point in time. But I do think from a writing standpoint, this guy is scary, going to be up there with the all-time greats. You could mention a character in shonen, seinen, shoujo, whatever it may be. Akamura Soga is going to be in that mix. I hope you're ready for that conversation. Because we're talking about all-time great manga characters loading in the tuck right now with him. We will be there, man. Hokazono is still subject to manga hellish grind. Hopefully he doesn't fall off. Hopefully not. Health and her health foremost and everything. But yeah. Hey, but that's not jinxing. Hey, but I believe it. I firmly believe it with Akamura. We got it in the bag. We definitely do. But no, Shiba definitely has to stay in the top 10 for the time being, bro. Just despite weary. You know what I'm saying? So Akamura Soga, greatest villain in the past 15 years of manga. I don't care. All glaze and all facts. Facts, Topsy. Like I'll tell you, man. Bro, when this man said with his words, bro, What I got from the war was a lesson. Are you like come on, brother? Come on. Do not tell me Maruuchi has better lines than that. Do not tell me he has better lines than that. And I promise you right now, that was just a freebie right there from Soga. Freebie from Akumura Soga, bro. He got more in the tuck. That was just an honest shotgun to the chest, bro. That's all it was. That's all it was, bro. The time is nigh, bro. So yeah, he's definitely in there. He's honestly right now in my top 3. I am moved, massively moved, man. The scales have changed a little bit now, but next one, these are the guys that we saw early on with the Sorcery Bureau and all that. I'm pretty sure, right? A suit wielding the Shinichi Enchanted Blade suit? That's not right. Facts, bro. Big facts. What if I fly to your place, lads? When you catch my pause brawl, weary, I got you on lock, bro. If you don't, man. You, bro, that Tofuku domain expansion got nothing for what you got coming, bro. It was nothing, bro. When he Goku stretched off the bat, I knew it was, bro, no, facts. Bro. He's an actual, bro. When he cut the panel, I'm sorry, bro. When he cut the panel of the building and stuff on Samura, I'm sorry. He's the rawest, bro. Just way too raw, bro. Deserves gold for calling Soya a bum-ass fraud. Facts. Now, these guys right here, I mean, Nutsack, we can easily put him in NPC. Nah, but Nutsack, though, I mean, that's just a crazy dome on his head, man. You know what I'm saying? But no, we're going to put him in here for the NPC for the time being. Because I can't... Do I rank Nutsack, bro? I don't know, man. I really don't know. Did he just cut off the panel and tell his sword to lock it? Yeah, no, facts. Just crazy. But yeah, we're going to put those two over there in NPC unless I'm mistaken on them. The one with the... I don't even know, bro, what the hell the guy's design and stuff, but like, yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, I know we just said goodbye to him as early as last chapter. But Big Mashiro, I'm putting him up here. I'm putting him in Tanoi. I'm sorry. He's going straight into Tanoi. For the impact that he's had in the story, for as little time as he has had, the affection and love that people have given him, and just the way he went out, he reminds me a lot of Yu Haibara in some weird ways, even though very minuscule in time we got with them in JJK. But like he if that character had depth, that's Mashiro. That's how I look at it. I'm very sad, obviously, that he's not going to be with us in the present time, because I do think he's a character that would have been great for that. But in depth, his impact will still be felt, and I do think he is Kagurabachi for the love of the game that he had. Black Hat is the Soya chapter fortune teller. So what are we saying on the fortune teller? Did the fortune come true? It's confirming right now, yo. Did the fortune for Soya come true? Because if I'm gonna be honest, if it did, which I'm pretty sure it did, then we'll put investment FC just because you hope that there's more to offer. So we'll put them right there for now. Dude, I was so convinced Amasher was safe. That page turn had me stare, bro. When it showed off Yoshi, so it just, and then you get Master. I'm like, bro, I was so mad. Like, y'all saw, bro. I laughed because I'm just like, I can't do anything else but cry. You know what I'm saying? I can't do anything else, bro. She could tell off the bat that he was a fraud. Okay, no. So we're definitely, investment FC. Definitely safe ball right there. But now we got Hasumi. Don't have to go too much into them and stuff. I'll say for the time being, maybe I hope we'll get to see more of them later in the story, but like I'm not too sure exactly if that will be the case. So maybe we'll put them in there for the time being for investment FC. So I hope we get to see more. Yeah, there's something about him. I don't know. He feels like a John Wick type character. I think that's probably the best way I can put it. He's like John Wick FC or something. So I probably get to do there. Nose ring guy, I'm in the slight weird way of saying he might be in the investment FC. He could easily be in Man Fraud. But if he's going to be around for a little bit longer and stuff, like later in the story, nah, he's meh. I'm sorry. The design, yeah, it don't move me as much. It don't move me as much, so to be honest, you know? It don't move me as much. And then the other guys that are like NPCs, I'm 1000% sure. I'm 1000% sure. Joji's biblically chopped, though. He definitely... Joji. No, sorry, he hasn't got a fraud then. Biblically chopped is crazy. You know what? I'm gonna start saying that from now on, man. If a character looks absolutely insane, they are biblically chopped. Well done, Topsy. You've added to my vocabulary. Yeah, so he definitely dying as a jobber in the war, bro. He might. Oh man, the flashbangs would be crazy. The other two guys, I'm not 2,000% sure. I mean, granted, one of them did ask about the editor comment and stuff, so it's like they should still be NPC. They should still be NPC. The other guy that was over, I think, with you with Subaru or like lying around or something, bro. I'm gonna put him there for the time being, so that's gonna be playing it fair and stuff. I'm also gonna move this guy, just move a couple of things over here so we can get into the actual proximities of stuff for sure. You guys don't like Robin for Teen Titans? Hey, bro, shout out to Robin, but but now we see the baby mama herself, bro. No fridge, straight baby mama, bro. Chiaki Soga, aka Kunishige's Lil Yamin, aka Mama Chihiro. Should go as high as possible, man. Honestly, to me, she's Tanoi. She's Tanoi, bro. Where the hell are you? Go back right here. There you go. She's Tanoi, bro. She's by unison. She's got to be right there with Kunishige. I'm sorry. I could also put her in potential FC or investment FC. If let's say, for example, she actually, I would imagine she did die though, based on Kunishige's dialogue and stuff. So there's a good chance that she's no longer with us in the story. But I do think though that like the impact we're gonna see for her and her character and like what Chihiro meant to her and stuff is gonna be on the same thing as like Kushina or Naruto and Naruto. So it's like, yeah, easily for me and Sonoi. Like they're the same brain cell, bro. They're the same brain cell, bro. So shout out to her. The mom, I'm gonna be dead with you all. I think she's fraud to me, in my personal opinion, because of the fact that she is seeming like a fame money grubber. You know what I'm saying? She's one of them ones that I've just like, unfortunately, like I just see her what she is. She does not give a damn about her kids in both Akamura and with Chiaki. She only cares about the fact that she got the bag, that she's now moving like a queen and stuff. So, yeah, not for me, bro. Not for me. She can hold that firmly. Fraud. The only Titan I like is Adult Starfire. Hey, where are you speaking? Where are you speaking? Where are you speaking, bro? So yeah, so I'm not feeling that. The King of the Mikaboshis, presumably, or like, because I know we obviously know Crown Prince, but this guy I'll put for the time being an investment FC in the sake of like, for the sake that I hope that as a linchpin of the Mikaboshi in the current time of the present, of the past and stuff, you know what I mean? But like that they're gonna be someone that's gonna like be like at least like they'd serve their role essentially in the story of what's coming up. But yeah, I'm gonna put them for the time being in investment FC. Ukizane and the Mikaboshi King, I'm gonna put them still. I'll put them in the back in a potential FC just off the strength that like we may slightly get more from them, I would think, of the flashback and stuff. I would imagine. Put NV on top one already. Hey bro. Hey bro. Let's go though, Moten. I think Aryu's dad is gonna end up being a jobber, maybe a sacrifice, so another Mikaboshi can life drain off of him. That's also possible for sure. But yeah, that's why I mean, yeah, then it makes more sense to have an investment like in terms of like you can maybe see some depth behind that possibly. Aryu's gonna be like Pain Takamura's Madara. That could be also a good shot. That would be a good shot as well. But yeah, I'm gonna put but Ukizane and the Mikaboshi King, like they're producing. Potential FC, I think is fine because it's like again, I think these are characters that I mean, they could easily be an NPC as well, but I feel like it's disrespectful because like their roles have already been recidified within the story. But I do feel like we're gonna probably learn a little bit more about them beyond that point. So I'll put them in the there. I mean, but you know what? No, I'll put them in NPCs because realistically, they're not involved in the actual current timeline of the story. They've been shaped it up from before. So no. Now, I think this. Oh yeah, this is the guy that unfortunately got absolutely smoked during the talks and stuff afterwards and everything. So he's gonna go there NPC. And now the final three, man. I'm gonna start with Big Yoshi. I'm gonna start technically with Big Yoshi. So Big Yoshi, I'm gonna go and put him. I'm gonna put him in great. Because generally, bro, despite the fact of how he went out the way he went out, though, man, he has aura. He was tough. He was doing this for the love of the game at times and stuff, man. I don't know. I look at him, I just think he cool as hell. So for me, I'll put him in there. Maybe closer to like good because of his role and stuff that he didn't get to too much. So maybe good, maybe a little bit better. Great might be crazy, but good, yeah. But I'm going super high on this one because I could honestly go higher a little bit with the other one too, with Yoshi. But Hiroto is Tanoi to me. If Mashiro is in here with the Tanoi, he is Tanoi. And mind you, I'm also gonna throw Yoshinojo also in Tanoi as well. Because of the roles that they had to play already in the time and stuff and all that. But like, I'm sorry, bro. Tatted on the neck, bear the sorcery talents of the Kurosuchi that once belonged to Ukizane. Like, and he did his thing. He just unfortunately met up with the worst possible matchup in history, man. Which was why Magasumi good. All right, Magasumi super good. Okay, so yeah. So I'm gonna be putting Hiroto and Yoshi there, and then finally the last character on here that we can mark together, Aryu Mikaboshi. I am going to be putting them alongside with them, probably in Tanoi, maybe in Great for the time being. I think Great might be the ideal. The only reason I say that is because, again, we're still going to see more coming up from them. They've had some really, really great stuff going on for them and everything. But an Nakamura Soga swing to the dome is loading for them at some point. And they're the ops. But I think they'll be fine there in Great for the time being. So, yeah. Which means now it's time to decide who is my GOAT. Who exactly from my top 10 is going to crack GOAT status. And I think right now, as things currently stand, because I have to trust in my instincts, and my instincts are telling me that it potentially could be is going to be Chihiro. It's going to be Chihiro. And I'll be honest with y'all. Very honest with y'all. Chihiro to me, I think literally, as I go back and I said chapter 85, because again, you know how much I love the thing with Samura and everything that was there. But with Chihiro, for me personally, I think for me personally, it makes too much sense that he is my number one since chapter 85. Like literally from the beginning of the story, I was moved, everything, all that and all that. But that whole speech where he's like, how can I give up on the past? Because it's what I'm fighting for in the present to build my future. Very basic stuff. You can look at it from a proximity and stuff from it. But that right there, like that whole moment's like, I'm going to fight. I have to do this. Like all that stuff resonating within him and how much being able to get revenge for his dad. And he's like, I ain't going to stop. It doesn't matter what the hell stands in my way. I'm going to keep on going because that's what matters the most to me. Just that whole stretch there, I'm like, yeah, no, he has to be. He has to be that for me. So, and I do think though it would take something Hercules, like bro, you know what I'm saying, like Hercules type efforts to be able to top what he's done. But the Boogeyman number one, bro. But yeah, Chihiro, my number one de facto, easily right there. Samura, I would say is my number two. Akamura Soga right now sitting number three. I'll probably go and put Hakuri right now at 4 with the Yori at 5. So that would be my 5. And then I would say Uraha, I'm going to go and put it to 6. I'm going to put Yura number 7, Kiora number 8, 9, I'm going to go with Natsuki, and then Shiba 10. And if I had to think about any other changes I would make to this, like who I would put in the 10, because realistically speaking, I could swap Shiba out to put Kunishige in, right? I could do that easily because I do think like he probably is going to be that for me. But like as of right now, though, like Shiba got that. I'd probably say that. I would arrange this a little bit more, but yeah, Kunishige would be the top here. Sojo probably a little more, just because right now we're getting more stuff for these other characters. I think that looks yeah, Hokuto, I don't know. Hokuto might be a little bit more higher, just I'm gonna be honest. put them right here. That looks fine to me. Mikoboshi King, I'll probably say like, or with Aryu. Aryu's Tanoi. I'm sorry, man. You know what? No, what am I saying, bro? Aryu is Tanoi. Aryu is Tanoi, bro. He is big Tanoi. I'm gonna put him underneath Kiri and them. He's above Hiroto and them and everything. But yeah, come on. Writing wise, Kunishige had so much impact in Shiba, and he's dead. I know. But again, if you're alive right now, there's chances that you can continue to grow further and stuff. Kunishige can definitely have that more. The more we delve into his character and stuff. But like, I resonate with the people that unfortunately had to go through it all and are having to live through it. You know what I'm saying? The characters that had to literally live through the battlefield and stuff and go beyond it, and now having to take the bro. He's serious. Like, I know Akamura Soga, I joke and say he's like serious black and stuff, whatever. But like, Soga, bro, Shiba to me is the actual uncle that Harry Potter needed, and that is Chihiro. So that's where I'm at with it, though. Natsuki over Shiba is nasty. I mean, but the reason I have that as simple is I've kept it very honest. Swag is going to be a big thing. Rawness and swag is going to be there for me. But Natsuki, yes, I do have him slightly higher than Shiba right now. Cause it's tough because, bro, like Kiora has like the like iconic stuff with the antagonist and everything with Rakuzaichi. How can I not have him there? Yura is just cool as shit. Like, I can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Gang signs Uraha, like, I throw these W's up for reasons, bro. Iori, daughter. Hakuri, son. Akamura Soga, go villain. Somura, arguably best character outside the main characters of, like, the, you know what I'm saying? Like, the MCMC. And then Chihiro Rokuhira, just de facto GOAT. Simple as that. Simple as that. Simple as that. But yeah, I think the rest of the list, though, looks like it checks out for the majority part of it. So, yeah, like the potentials and stuff, I already spoke, like I said, I know they are going to hit. Like, when it comes to the main story, they are going to bang. Investment FC, I would love to hope that they do. So, buy low. All right? And then the rest of them afterwards there. We got a lot of NPCs. There's probably somebody I know for a fact I'm probably threw in here that I you know, very, very disrespectful. So, let me know that, of course, in the comments afterwards and stuff. And then, yeah. But yeah, I think this list came out right. I think this list came out the way that I definitely would wanted it. And it's definitely my current feeling right now as a chapter 121 for the characters and stuff in the story at the moment. W list nonetheless, especially for respecting my man, Mr. Proceed. Facts. Kiora was always going to be in the top 10 regardless, so it's like there's no way I was going to disrespect him for sure. But yeah, so that right now I would say easily to me the top 10 characters for me personally in Kagurabachi. Not quite enough Pinky Glaze, but otherwise Peak though, yeah. I mean, listen, Pinky's going to be coming up soon. We got you in the Potential FC. It's coming up. It's coming up though. That's coming up for sure. But yeah. So yeah, that's gonna pretty much I think wrap it up on here, guys. So I appreciate everybody who did tap in today for today's stream. That was gonna be my rankings for my favorite characters in Kagurabachi. Obviously, this list could change at some point in time. I'm gonna keep this draft afterwards so that let's say down the line if we get another break week and some crazy moments have happened in the story, I'm definitely gonna try and like rearrange it with y'all and stuff after. You know what we might actually do? I was thinking with you guys as well, because obviously, of course, it would be great we get more people involved and stuff. But like a community popularity poll, you know what I'm saying, for like our own side and stuff, if you guys would be interested in doing something like that. But yeah, no, I mean, other than that though, right now, I think this list for sure, definitely for me at least, works out for what I want and stuff, and is reflective definitely of the journey I have with Kagurabachi thus far and what the story has meant to me for sure during that time. So community poll definitely will be lit. I'll definitely let you know for sure at will be the plan stuff. But guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know how we are feeling about my personal rankings of my favorite characters in Kagurabachi. Do you agree with some of the stuff that I talked about today in terms of who I placed on there? Who did you want to see be higher, lower? Did you feel like someone's place is deserving or not? Let me know down in the comments as well. Like the stream if you guys watch it live. If you watch on the VOD, shout out to the VOD. Like the VOD as well. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. You want to be part of the greatness of my coverage of Kagurabachi week in, week out. Make sure you go ahead and do that. And with that being said, I will catch y'all guys tomorrow for Dadadan for the next chapter. Either on Thursday or Friday for the next One Piece chapter that comes out after. And then we're back next Sunday for the next Kagurabachi chapter. And I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to be going down when Hokazono comes back fully healthy, ready to go for the real shonen cinema that awaits us, man. So I appreciate y'all coming through. I will catch y'all again tomorrow. W Kagurabachi, W story, man. And dude, man, the Tanoya manga, bro. Like, as it rightfully should. Like, what a list, what a time, and I will catch y'all in the next one, man. But Kagurabachi, real shonen cinema as it should be. Commodore last signing off. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care.
Going crazy.